Don't shoot anybody.
I was just so full of angst just now that someone's gonna walk up to me and ask me what I'm doing. She wants to ask me a favor.
Sir, may I ask you one favor, please?
What's your favor?
This is a corporate building, and we're told we cannot film this building. Anything else around here, you're welcome to film.
This building right here?
Yes, please keep it out of your filming.
Oh yeah? Okay.
And it's not
Okay.
privately owned.
This building right here? You want me to film this building?
Yes, sir. Are we playing who's on first? You need to stop filming it.
I'm not going to.
You need to.
You're gonna solve me? There's thousands of people watching.
I don't care.
You're coming up to me. Please step away from me.
I'm coming up to you so I can speak to you in private.
I'll film the building all I want. I'm in a public space. This is a public space, is it not?
No, it is not.
That's not a public space.
That is.
Oh.
This is not.
This is not a public space.
No, sir.
Oh, this isn't. I'm not on public space right now?
No, you're on private property.
Okay, so
Once you reach the red bricks,
oh, so
and
this
you
is,
do not film this. 46 to G3, please bring it to the front of that.
this lady's crazy. She literally told me I couldn't film this building. You guys gotta fight the power. Don't let people push you around.
I don't let anybody push me around.
Well, what are you talking about? I can't film this building, is that what you just said? Is that what you just said?
This is a corporate building.
I don't care what it
Private
is.
owned.
Okay.
Sensitive things
It
in
has sensitive things in it? Like what?
Yes, so you can't film it.
I can't film it?
No, sir.
She said I can't film it. I can't film it. She said, let's call the PD. It's getting better. It's getting better.
So what's going on here in Tempe is every time someone comes out of that building, security interacts with them.
Just a heads up, so we just received a call from Chase. So we don't have an issue with you being out like that, but they're complaining that you are like loitering and then you're filming the building.
Loitering? Isn't loitering when you come in and you don't buy anything?
No, so you're just hanging out on the private property. So we don't have an issue with you hanging out at all. Chase is complaining that you're filming the building.
Chase is complaining or the security is?
Chase security is.
Okay, so that's not Chase though. I'm just standing here talking to my people. I got thousands of followers.
So I don't have an issue with you whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what how are you guys doing, by the way?
Good, how are you?
You guys are good, man. You all right, bro? You all right? You all right? God bless you both, man. I hope you guys are okay.
No worries. So the only reason we're coming up is basically what's going on. They're asking us that you stop filming. So,
but what? Okay, so this is public property, right?
This is all private property, actually.
That is too.
This whole area is private property.
Yes, center point.
There's actual several.
There has to be a place here that's public property.
This is all private.
That's not possible.
Because we work for the we're for this whole area.
We're private property.
I'm a constitutional law scholar. Okay, let me just tell you. Let me help you guys out. You cannot have a road going through somewhere and not have a public easement. That's impossible. So there is somewhere here that is public property, whether you guys like that or not.
That's fine. So I'm letting you know there are several signs posted in this area saying this is private property.
Okay, sure, but there has to be somewhere between here, between that building and that road that is not private property, or you wouldn't be able to have a public road there.
Okay, so from my understanding, that is actually a private road that's owned by the property owner.
No, my friend. From your understanding, let me see. This is why you film and you educate these people. Okay. He literally thinks and believes that a road going through Tempe, Arizona, is a private road owned by Chase Bank.
No,
you understand?
It's owned by Chase.
It's not owned by anybody privately. That is a publicly funded road. Meaning, for every publicly funded road in America, there has to be a public easement, regardless of what that easement is. You see?
Okay, that's fine.
You see?
So all I'm telling you is that Chase doesn't want you film a building. That's totally
right.
fine.
But Chase doesn't have that option to tell me not to film a building from a public space.
And I'm not telling you to stop filming. I'm only telling you that's what they want you to stop filming.
And then we got the copper on the scene. You know, you should really charge that woman for wasting public funds. What are you doing here? The woman who called the police on me for having a cup of coffee and talking to my followers. I teach constitutional law. I teach police procedure. Yeah, my shirt says overturn Terry. So what are you doing here, officer? Okay, well, so this is it. So guys, this is called a Terry stop. When he gets a call for service,
stop, you should look at him. You should look at him. You should look at him. You should look at him.
Oh, it's not? Educate us, officer. Officer. Well, but why are you here though? You. Of course he did. He's a coward. They're all cowards. Don't become cops, guys.
Okay.
You guys are about to hear an education. This is my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
I'm going to educate this cop as to what the laws are, and you guys are going to get to watch. So, this cop, of course, he walked away because he knows he's about to get his ass schooled. He's about to get schooled, and you guys know it. So let me help you guys out. When there's a public road in the United States of America, it's funded by either state or federal funds.
Right.
Okay, so once something is funded by state or federal funds, that means if it's going to be in a residential area or a school, university campus area, that means that the road has to have a public easement.
No, I'm aware of that.
So that means that all this property here cannot be owned by a private individual or a private corporation.
The road?
The public easement. So the
Yeah,
road,
no, I understand that.
right? So that means that somewhere between that road and that building is a public easement. That's a fact.
Okay.
So I would be willing to go to jail so that I can sue them and get his ass put in jail
If
for
that's
2
your
years.
prerogative, that's totally
Oh
fine.
no, I'm just telling you the law.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the actual law.
Okay.
Remember, I'm a constitutional law scholar. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This
sure.
is what I do. This is what these people are watching for right
What's
now.
your name?
Call me good citizen.
Good citizen. That's fine. I was just curious what your
You
content
guys,
is.
you guys seem cool. Oh, my website's called Delete Laws with
Delete
a Z.
laws? Okay. With the Z.
Delete Laws with a Z. You guys
Okay,
can watch
cool.
it.
Thanks.
Will you tell us what a call for service is, then, officer? Will you educate my followers? I just want to know what somebody calls. So someone calls the police, and when you initially engage with me, what's that called? What's that called, sir? No, you came up, you walked right up to me. But what's that called? What's that called? No, come on, officer. Don't be a coward. Admit it. It's a Terry stop.
We don't have an issue. Like,
Press charges. First of all, you have to be trespassed by the organization. I can interrupt anybody I want. Houston versus Hill, 1987. I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to hear what you're talking about me. I haven't done anything wrong.
What's your name, sir?
Call me good citizen.
Okay. You're trespass one from the building?
From who?
You can't chase?
Chase didn't trespass
So,
me. That's not
If you
true.
Go back in the building.
You're not
you'll be
telling me-
arrested for trespassing. Do you understand that?
No, I don't understand. I want to hear from a Chase representative that I've been trespassed.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's not true, and you're lying, and you're a liar and a
Do you want to
fraud.
hear it from them?
Yeah, I would like to hear from the actual representative
From
from Chase, not
the
security.
security-
No, that's
okay.
Allied Security
That's
Officer.
fine.
That's Allied. I'm not
You trespass
trespassed.
one from the building.
No, I'm not.
If you go back
No,
in the
I'm not.
building, you'll be arrested.
I'll go
for
back
trespassing.
anytime I want.
Okay, well then you'd be arrested.
We'll see about that, won't we? Because I'll be back to get a coffee tomorrow.
Well, then you'd be arrested.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Now go on, coward. Take a hike.
Oh, I can stay. Okay.
Then stay here all day, coward. Sorry, guys, my hand's getting tired from holding this up.
Coward. Coward.
Because you signed up to be an absolute tyrant. Look at your dress right now. Do you think right now that I, in any way, shape, or form, want to fight you? And look how you're dressed. You're dressed up like a total coward. You're walking around Citizens looking like a total G.I. Joe loser. You're a total loser, dude. You don't have any other skills, or you would do something else with your life. If you had any other skill set, you would do that job, but you don't. This is the only thing you can do is follow orders and hurt people. You are the worst of our society. You're the lowest rung because you don't have any other skills. You're a total loser. And you physically could never take me on. And so the way you do that is by using the color of law to dominate me. And you came up here just now and told me I'm trespassed by a security guard who doesn't work for Chase Bank. So you're lying. I know the law, I teach it. So you, my friend, if I were you, you're young enough now, you're 40, 45 maybe, quit this job and do something worthwhile so that people don't look at you and think you're an absolute tyrant loser. That's how they currently see you. That's how we see you. Now, you may have your cocksuckers who act like they respect you. They're afraid of you. But you coming here right now to talk to a guy with a camera and a coffee proves that you're a fucking tyrant, bro. You're the worst of our entire society. You are, literally.
I don't
Now-
think you've seen a lot of society.
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of society? Now you're going to question my experience?
Well, you
How
just
long-
told me
how
what
long have you
skills
done
I
this?
have or don't have.
So what other
You
skill? Okay, if you were doing the job, what would it be? What would another job do? What were your qualifications? List them. What are your qualifications? What are your qualifications? Could you be a paramedic? Could you be a producer? Could you be an artist? Could you be a woodworker? Could you be a plumber? Could you do anything else with your life besides take orders and hurt people? What could you do? Tell me. Thousands of people are watching. What could you do? Tell me. He doesn't have any other skills, guys. This is all he can do. He doesn't have any other skill sets. And when he runs into a constitutional law scholar, he's helpless and powerless because he can't use the color of law against me. Because if he works outside the color of law, I'll take his ass down. I'll put him in prison for 2 years. under a 1983. You don't even know what that is. What's a 1983? Sorry, my hand's getting tired. What's a 1983? What's a 1983? This is your field. The one thing that can put you in prison for 2 years is a 1983. What is a 1983? He has no idea. This is the kind of pathetic people we have policing in America. God dang it, my hand's getting so tired. There we go, sorry about that. This is the kind of pathetic policing we have in the United States of America. And you know why these guys are always deer in the headlights when I talk to them? Because they don't have any answers. He can't answer any questions. Because the truth is he doesn't have any other skills. It's really pathetic. Just so you know, most people, half the people in our country feel like me. They're just not as well versed and educated as I am in the law. I mean, you're still young enough, Mr. Despain. You could do something else with your life, and I highly recommend that you do. You know, because look at you. I mean, look at you. Look at you. It's a fucking joke, dude. You got a taser, you got a gun, you got pepper spray, handcuffs, all of these things. I'm wearing a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, guys, with my overturned Terry shirt on. You know what Terry versus Ohio is? And you can't even have a conversation because if I walk up and I use my hands, and he can say I'm threatening him. And he had his hands in my face. He was threatening me.
You don't seem like the kind of person who wants to have a conversation.
No, a conversation, you can't answer any questions. You so easily ask people where they're going, what they're doing, how they're doing it. But I ask you questions and you can't answer any of them. No, answer my questions then. You so easily question people when you pull them over. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you on drugs? Have you been drinking? What's the talk about? That you signed up to hurt people. Listen, thousands and thousands of people see this, dude. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to explain that you would do something else with your life if you had the skills. You do, actually. You have a lot of explaining to do. You signed up to be an absolute tyrant. Look at what you're wearing. Look at you. Look at you. Look in the mirror, dude. Look at what you look like. Citizens look like me. Shorts and a t-shirt. Why are you dressed up like G.I. Joe? How many active shooters are you engaging daily? Do you understand what I'm saying to you, man? You may not like me because I'm mean to you. Of course I am. You guys are horrible to people. You've ruined our culture by following orders. No. Everyone like you. You're a drone. You're a clone. You'll follow orders. You got a call on the radio to come out and investigate. You walked up here. You saw a guy in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and then you told me I'm trespassed, which is a lie. That security officer cannot trespass me. It has to be a representative of the bank. The security officer does not have the right to trespass me. She has a problem with me because she asked me my name. I said it's none of her business. I don't need to check in with security to buy a coffee. Listen, you might hate me. You might leave here thinking I'm the biggest jerk ever. Then when you leave here, dude, consider what else you can do. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. It is. It is. And you're free to stay here all day, dude. You're free to stay here all day. You know?
All right, you keep it up.
Thanks for the direction. Do you see? You see, when you actually get into them and you explain to them that they have no power outside of the color of law, they do that. They clam up like they have nothing to say. You see?
No, I'm not wearing a mask. No, that's illegal. No. Oh, this is the library. This is the library. So this is a publicly funded library. So Scottsdale Community College is a publicly funded, this is beautiful, by the way. Let me just show this to you guys. Scottsdale Library is a publicly funded library. That means that you have a right to film in here all you want, just so you know.
Would you like me to call campus security? Would you like to?
You can, but I mean, or you could just help me out a little bit and tell me where Joan Kavanaugh's office is, and I'll leave your library.
If you wear a mask, I refuse to help you.
If I won't wear a mask, you refuse to help me.
Yes, the policy is you have to have a mask when you're
That's a
inside.
policy, though. That's not the law, ma'am. That's a policy.
I don't.
Why won't you help me? Why don't you just give me John Kavanaugh's office and then
I don't know where it is.
All right, don't get so excited. Remember, I'm a human. You're a human. I've already had COVID, so I already had the antibodies built, and so it's. You have a thin blue mask lying on your flag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do. What's going on?
Nothing. I just came here to ask for John Kavanaugh's license.
Okay.
That's all I wanted. Oh, there's a police. Can I get
So,
your name and badge number, sir?
sure, Robert Smeets, and my serial number is 15. What is my serial number? 156.
I have no idea.
We never use them.
Listen, just so you know,
56443.
5-6 what?
56443.
I mean, you do know that I can stay here for as long as I want, and I can film here as long as I want. And no one can stop me.
Actually, that's not true.
Tell me the law that I'm breaking.
Well, if you refuse to comply with the mask mandate, then obviously I'm
You can
not
arrest
going
me?
to tell for trespassing.
But I have to be trespassed first but who's going to trespass me on public property?
Well, that would be one of the administrators.
But the administrator doesn't own the public property.
Okay, well,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just
I mean,
telling
if you arrested me, you would open yourself up to a 1983 and I would sue you personally, because you'd be working outside of the color of law. Your mandate is not law.
you're right.
You know
The
that.
mandate itself is not law.
You would be sued personally. I would sue you personally because you're working outside of the color of law.
No, because I'm not enforcing the mandate.
So what John Kavanaugh is doing is he's trying to make it so that we can't film police. And as you know, without transparency, like for example, if you arrested me, then thousands of people would see it, and then I would sue you. You see?
Yeah.
So that what that does though is it shows the judge and it shows the courtroom.
Is this why you want to talk to John
Yeah, that's it.
about that?
That's it. See, I didn't come here to audit the library. That's not why I'm here at all. I would tell you if I did, I would be directly honest because, when you have, just so you know, like, why are you wearing that on your face? Don't you know that the public really hates that? That you pledge an allegiance not to the American flag, but to a blue stripe?
We're not pledging allegiance.
Well, then why is he wearing that? You look like a clown. Like, why would you put that on your face? So disrespectful to us.
I don't believe so.
It's so disrespectful to us. This is a public library. I'll answer your question for you, sir. This is a public library, so I have a right to film in here. I could literally be auditing this library, and if you guys arrested me, which I would allow you to do, because I wouldn't resist, then I would sue you all. I would sue every person here and this campus, and I would win. It would take a year or two, but I'll win. This is how it works. I mean, this is the laws of our country. And mandates, as you know, from the 1920 prohibition mandate, it's based on the Volstead Act. What it did is destroyed America, right? You know that.
No.
Oh, yeah. It created the prison industrial complex. We had 300,000 people. In 1920, we had about 40,000 people in prison. By the time the mandate ended in 1933, we had quadrupled that. We had 160,000 people in prison. And we built the prison industrial complex based on a mandate. Are you for that? Making criminals out of people? The only reason they're mad at me is because I'm not wearing a mask, which is silly. You know as well as I do that mask, and yours is dirty. Look how dirty his mask is. You think that's healthy? You think that's healthy? You couldn't possibly think that's healthy.
Who are you talking to?
You. You think that's healthy to wear that dirty? You guys, look how dirty the mask is. It's filthy.
It's dirty on the outside.
Because you touch it and take it off. How many times do you go into surgery and they take the mask off and put it back on, take the mask off and put it back on?
Don't go into surgery.
Well, God bless you, sir. He doesn't go into surgery. Good for you, brother. I'm glad you're healthy, dude. You look like you're having a guy. You look like a guy that is. I didn't come to audit the library. I just came to ask them, where John Kavanaugh's office was. I didn't come in here to audit the library. I didn't do that. I came here to hand out some flyers. Who's running with this? This is a community building, my friends. This is I looked it up before I came. This is a publicly funded campus, and the charter is good until, what's the charter good until 2037? I believe that the publicly funded campus is good till 1930. But let me just talk to you for a second. Listen, when you put that thin blue line on, what you do is you tell the public that you're our enemy, that you believe that it's us versus them. That's what happens when you put that thin blue line on. You tell us that you're against us by wearing that thin blue line, that you pledged allegiance not to the Constitution, but to a blue stripe on your face. And it's an embarrassment. You honestly, sir, I really love your last name. You say anything, it's a Native American last name? Is that Native American? Anyway. But you tell us by wearing that you're against us, that you are against the people and you're not for the Constitution. You know that, right? Like, that's how we see it. You can ignore me, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Let me ask you, can you tell me, why would you put that on your face? How come you put that on your face? Why would you wear that? I mean, there's thousands of people watching. Why would you wear that on your face? I'm just wondering. Typical, typical, typical cop. I asked him exactly why he would wear a clown mask, and he acts like a clown. He doesn't speak. Embarrassing. What an embarrassment.
So did the librarians ask you to leave?
No,
Because
no.
the mask, they haven't?
They asked me to put on a mask, and I politely declined.
When you
because
declined, did they ask you to leave?
I'm not answering any questions,
Okay.
as you know.
Well, I'm not answering any questions either, so just so you know.
Okay, clown. Untrue. And now I have another cop here who I'd like to identify. What's your name, sir? Name and badge
My
number?
name is Sergeant Combs. I'm
Sir.
gonna ask you to stand up for me, please,
For what?
because I'm gonna ask you to leave the office.
You're going to ask me to leave? For what?
I'm gonna tell you to leave the office. Stand
You,
up.
you're
out
going
of
to
your
tell,
chair.
you're going to tell me
Yes,
to
I
leave?
am.
I'm here to file a complaint.
This way.
Are you forcing me to leave? I mean, I don't want to
I'm
get
asking you to leave. If you don't leave, you will.
right. Then I'm criminally trespassed. But what's your reason, sir?
Sir,
What's your reason?
this way to the door, please.
Can I get your name, badge number just one more time? so I
Sergeant
can-
Combs, ID 2158. This way to the door.
I'm going to sue you.
Congratulations.
You're gonna
This way
get
to the door. Okay.
So then who's gonna take my
This way to the
complaint
door.
on the police?
I'll address you down in the lobby.
Okay, let's just dress me down in the lobby.
I'll be right with you. You can keep escorting them to the
You
elevator.
got a nice haircut, brother. I'm complying. I'm not a road runner here. I don't move that fast.
I'm just asking you to come this way.
So now I'm not allowed to file a complaint. Why did he just kick me out of the
We-
office?
We will explain everything once we get down there.
Okay, explain it to me.
Because okay, he'll explain it to you, but everything will get explained to you, okay?
Okay.
So
What needs to be explained to me about my rights?
it will be explained to you.
I-
I don't know why I need to repeat myself every time.
But-
So just be patient with us.
Be patient with you.
Once we get downstairs, it'll be explained to you.
Have you
okay?
have you read the Mullen Commission? Do you know what Internal Affairs does? They do what this guy's doing. I mean, look what a tyrant this guy is. Look how he's acting tough with me. You're not tough, dude.
Let's go.
You take off that badge and gun, you're a wussy. You're a total wussy. No, you are, dude. You're a total puss. You are. You're not acting tough because you got a badge on, but the truth is, without that badge and gun, you would be afraid of me. You would be terrified of me, and we both know that. We both know you're a fucking coward.
This
bro.
way.
You are a coward.
What's your name again?
You can call me Delete Laws. That's my YouTube page. You are a coward and you are an absolute wussy. You are a total wussy.
Here's the elevator.
You're pathetic, bro. Your parents should be embarrassed about you. Oh, you're disgusting. I'm walking, dude. What do you want me to sprint?
No.
I mean, look how tough this guy is. Take off the badge and gun. Let's see how tough you are, buddy. Let's see how tough you are. You're a star, brother. You're going to be a YouTube star. You don't know who I am. You're going to find.
Yeah, I just got done watching your channel.
Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sue you.
Congratulations.
You're going to be listed in the federal civil rights
Wouldn't be the
lawsuit.
first time I've been sued. Congratulations.
You don't care because why? Because you have qualified immunity.
I don't.
So
respect
nothing
you.
will happen.
That's why.
Look at you. You're a piece of shit tyrant. I don't respect you at all.
You're gonna have to
I hope
try
you
a
burn
lot
in
harder than
hell.
that.
I hope you burn in hell. You just go
Because-
fuck yourself. I can say anything I
I'm
want.
just asking you.
Go
I
fuck
can ask
yourself
you.
and go fuck yourself and fuck you
I
and
know
fuck
you're
you
trying to-
and fuck you.
To get a certain response. So if
No,
you
I just want to let this guy know that he's an absolute bitch. I just want him to know. I just want you to know that. So am I going to get to file a complaint? Did you see what you guys did earlier when someone called to complain?
I'm gonna let you know, this is obviously your building, okay?
It's her building? Is her building? Wait, you're a tenant here, and this is a publicly funded building, isn't it?
Yep. And our office is our office.
So I'm here to file
You
a
can
complaint.
record all you want to record down here, okay? Record to your heart's
So I get
content.
to file a complaint then?
That's their problem.
Am I allowed to file a complaint?
I'm trying to answer your question.
Go ahead.
You want to let me answer your question?
Go ahead.
I'll answer your question.
I'm ready.
You can file a complaint.
I'm ready.
You cannot record in our office. That's it.
So I guess I'll file a complaint down here then? You can take my
No,
complaint?
we don't take complaints down here. We take complaints up on our
But
office.
I don't lose my First Amendment because I go to your
Have a
office.
good day.
Wow. I'll see you in court, but that's it. That's it. It's over.
We have no further business with him, okay?
Well, I
He's
can,
not
I
permitted
can,
up on
I
our
can
floor
stay
without
here
being
all I
escorted.
want. I can't be kicked out for just being here.
I'm not kicking you out. You can stay down here as long as she lets you
Do
stay
you think
down
you're a
here.
good person? Do you think you're good? Do you think you're a good man? Do you respect yourself? When you wake up in the morning, do you look yourself in the face and say, I'm a good guy, or do you think you're an absolute tyrant? What do you think of my videos? Do you like them? I'm the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Why is that? Because I actually follow through and I sue your sick ass, dude. I hope you burn in hell. I think you're a fucking pussy.
Surely. I respect
Have a good day,
that.
sir.
I'll defend your right to say that.
Yeah, you're right. You're the same one. I'm here to file a complaint on you.
Okay.
I mean, you should have done your job. Can you get your name and badge number out?
Stovall 115.
So did you know there's a problem there?
Do what now?
Why's your hand on your gun? I put my gun away
This is how I relax.
because you were scared.
No, that's your right.
You said you were scared though, and so I
That's your right.
put my gun away. I don't
Would
want.
you like a complaint for?
I,
We just don't have anybody that works
can I
off.
tell you what I'd like you to do? Because there's thousands of people watching.
Huh?
I'd like you to go put a one-way
I can't
sign.
hear you.
I'd like you
Sorry.
to put a one-way sign up
at the corner of Watha and 80.
I would like for them to put one up.
So
too.
why don't you just take initiative and do it?
I can't put it up.
What are
It
you
has
talking
to
about?
go through the town.
People are still making an illegal left. It's not illegal. It's only been there 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
is
a public
illegal.
safety concern.
Sure.
You didn't sign up to be a law enforcer. You signed a peace officers agreement.
That's correct. Yeah.
Right. They don't sign law enforcement. They sign peace officers.
Yep.
So your job is to protect the
Keep the
public,
peace,
keep
yeah.
the peace. So what you should have done is put a sign there or put your car there and directed traffic.
Yep.
I did it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep. Well, I showed up as a secondary officer, so you know.
But you're not a secondary officer. You're a man.
Yeah.
You are a man. And
Well,
you're
what can I help
you're a
you with?
stout young man. So I want you to fix it. I want people not to go to a one-way street.
Me too.
So then why don't we fix it? Can I
So-
help you?
Yeah. If you can go down to the town and get them to put that sign there, it would be wonderful.
But there's
So-
a problem there. There people are making turns there
Yeah. I
that they're
understand.
going into one-way traffic. They're literally going into one-way traffic.
Yeah.
You guys should address that issue.
Right. So TxDOT put up their signs.
Right.
So for us to get a sign approved there,
You could just put a cardboard sign that says one-way street.
I don't know that I could do that.
Why are you running my plates? What right do you have to run my plates?
116 California tag of A. Charles Mary William.
What a joke.
315 A. Charles Mary William 315. Hey, Officer Shepard, badge number 116. How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good, Officer
Hey,
Shepard.
so I'm running your tag because it's in the public, okay? And it's our typical procedure to run tags when we encounter people.
You can get a sign up there, man, so the public doesn't go the wrong way on a one-way street.
There's plenty of signs posted, sir.
But there's not. They're still making the one-way turn.
Right.
You ran my tag so you could try to arrest me for something or try to get me in trouble
You're
for
not
something.
even detained. What would I arrest you for, sir?
You're right, I'm not detained. Detainment's a bullshit thing called Terry versus Ohio. It's
Yes, sir.
completely unconstitutional.
Okay.
But you came to run my plates when I came here to complain about the cops.
Right. And as I was explaining to you, sir, it's our typical procedure.
But that procedure is
tags.
illegal.
It's not
It's
illegal. It's in the
unconstitutional.
public. Just as you can record me in public, I can
You
record anybody
trying
in
to
public.
run data on me to try to gain my identity or find out
Yeah.
about me is not constitutionally correct, and it's going to get changed.
Okay, well, until it gets changed, if the tag's in public and I can read it, I can run it.
So that's what they do to people. They run tag readers, and then this in Florida, if you have a felony, he planted drugs in your car. And yeah, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I'm here to sue the Forney City Police Department. Forney City Police Department. We're suing the Forney City Police Department because they violated someone's rights. Right. And you guys, I just saw you. Why did Ayala set up to just pull people over there? He was giving people tickets before I got there, and then he started giving them warnings when I got there. Why would you do
I was
that?
the one passing out the warning.
You were passing out warnings. The other guy was giving tickets.
Oh, okay.
The reason being is we had a disturbance call to go to, so there was something a little more
So-
important than dealing with YouTube and dealing with traffic.
No, this isn't YouTube, buddy. I'm not a YouTuber. Get it straight, Jack.
Okay.
I'm a game changer.
Okay.
I'm not a YouTuber. I didn't join YouTube. People followed me from platform to platform as I get kicked off of them because I'm going to change this bullshit system.
Okay.
I have every right to say whatever I want. I put my firearm away so you wouldn't be scared.
Well, I appreciate it.
And I'm sure you're probably still scared of me, as you probably should be in a real life situation without a badge and gun on, because you're a
So-
coward. You're an absolute coward. And you come up to me and run my plates as though you're trying to get me for criminality.
The officer's
I
trying
don't
to
care.
answer.
I don't care. I'm directing to you,
Okay.
man to man, me
Okay.
to you.
Right.
Right. And of course, you're going to walk because you're a pansy,
So
out of shape pansy. Badge and gun doesn't do you any good when you're that out of shape, fatty. Get yourself in shape if you're going to be a cop. You make me sick.
anyways, do you want the complaint form or what? What can I help you?
I don't want to complain on you, man. You're a man. I'm not trying to just mess with your life.
I understand,
I
but it's
actually
another
care.
one of your rights.
Can you
so-
imagine? It's not just about YouTube. I care about public safety. Could you imagine just for a second if I put this away? I don't give a shit about this. I actually care about law and order. I actually care about justice and truth. Could you just imagine that? Could that be?
I don't think I
And
have
this
to-
coward comes over here. He doesn't come over here to say he's going to help me. He comes over to run my license plates.
Besides that,
That was some bullshit, man.
besides that,
He's trying to investigate me for doing what? For stepping up.
besides that,
You have a job, right?
yeah,
I have a
believe
job
I'm
too.
employed, yeah.
Can you believe that I was supposed to go do my job right now and instead I'm here with you? I was literally on doing my job today.
To go to Forney.
I'm going back to Forney, yeah, right now.
So, as far as the complaint goes,
Dude, complaining on you is not going to do any good. I wanted to see a chief. I wanted to see a lieutenant, someone who would send someone over there with a sign to
Yeah.
stop the idea that you could get into a head-on collision because your navigation, just so you know, tells you to go left.
yeah,
The navigation tells you go left here. I'm from California. I don't even look at anything. I just follow the navigation, like Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. So
why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Well, that's above me, man.
Why are you doing this job? You seem like a pretty decent human being. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, I love it, man.
You love this?
Oh yeah,
The
absolutely.
handcuffing of people?
Okay. So what can I help you with?
You can get me a lieutenant or someone that can actually do something here,
So
so we can get a sign put up there.
hang on.
I'm not here to fight with you, man.
No, I understand. So the only supervisor we have here right now, is Corporal Ayala.
The same one who set up the trap to give people tickets.
That's our supervisor right now. So as far as the lieutenant and the chief, as you see,
Is that tomorrow?
what day is it? Thursday? Yeah, they'll be here Friday. I don't know about the chief.
Today's Wednesday, isn't it?
I got Thursday.
Is it Thursday?
That's what I got on the watch.
Did I miss a day?
Maybe.
Uh,
That's what I got on the watch. So the watch says what I live my life by. So
and here's the third cop for the guy with the camera. Here's the third one. This is the third cop for the guy with the camera just registering a complaint.
So
Just
do
a
you want the
complaint.
form?
Yeah, give me the complaint form for Ayala. But
right.
he's the supervisor. That's
is
the
the
joke
supervisor.
here. That's the joke of cops. This guy, the one who set up the
I'm gonna
trap,
go
he's
get
the
him that
guy.
complaint form.
He's the guy who is the supervisor. So he's dyed in the wool ruined. He's blue to the core. He doesn't care about you. He cares about his policies and procedures. Why didn't you set up a sign there that says you can't can't turn here?
I didn't set up the sign.
Why didn't you?
I didn't set up the sign.
I know you didn't. Why didn't you? People are still going left on a one-way street because the navigation tells them to go left there.
Do you want to file a formal complaint? Is that what the
What
case
kind of
is?
man are you?
No,
No.
asking a
What kind of
question.
man are you?
I'm asking a
No.
question.
What kind of man are you?
Okay.
No, what kind of man are
Do you
you?
wanna
I'm
file a
sitting here. There's thousands of people watching.
Do you
I'm
wanna file a
I'm
complaint or
asking
not?
you.
Do you wanna
Why
file a-
didn't you put a sign there
Do
to
you want to
protect the
file a
people?
complaint or not?
Is that what you are? You're a drone.
Okay.
You're a drone, dude. You're the same as everybody else. You're
If
a
you want to
waste.
complain, we're going to get you a complaint.
You're a waste, dude. I think you're pathetic. I think you're not a man. You have those Samoan tattoos. Where's your pride? I know a lot of Samoans. They're very prideful men. You walking around with those Samoan tattoos on should be removed. The guys I know have real honor, real pride. They're really proud of who they are. Are those Samoan?
No, they're not Samoan.
Okay, so they're not.
Yeah.
Makes sense then. It makes sense that you wouldn't have Samoan tattoos. Yes, there are thousands watching, you dunce cap. When this airs, 10,000, 20,000 people will watch this, dunce cap. But look at this. Cop car there, cop car there. This cop car pulled up here to try to intimidate me to run my tags. He walked right up here and ran my tags. And they wonder why we hate them. You wonder why there's people like me who can't stand cops. I mean, hate's a pretty strong word, but it's right on. What a joke. What an absolute joke. What an absolute joke. What an absolute joke. Of course, those aren't Samoan tattoos because Samoans have pride. I know Samoans. I have a friend in Hollywood who's Samoan, still my friend to this day. Known the guy over 20 years. I mean, and this loser, let's put him on camera. I mean, like this guy's such a loser. I mean, like, if you want to talk about Loserville, let me just put him on camera here.
What's up, man?
How you doing? I just said you were the biggest loser here. You walked up and just put my tags, ran my tags to try to find something on me. I don't break the law. I'm for law and order.
Okay.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
I'm glad you're still on it.
Do you know about
My job.
the social contract?
What's social contract?
The social contract is how law and order is created. It's called rule of law. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, sure.
What is it?
Why don't you tell me?
Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you
Who is it?
tell me?
Who is he?
You're educating me today. What's up?
Jean-Jacques Rousseau is an Enlightenment thinker who wrote a book called
So you came up here about
Called what?
complaint
The social
about
contract.
traffic on
what I'm just proving is that you guys don't know a damn thing about the law, that you're supposed to know, have the law over me, yet I teach the law and you know nothing about it.
So you were here about a traffic complaint on Wabi.
I'm here about Ayala, and then Ayala comes in. He's the senior commander, officer, whatever military names you guys give each other. I call you Mr. or man or whatever your name is,
Okay.
because you're just a man. You've claimed authority over me, but yet you name
I
the
didn't
first
claim any
five.
authority over it.
Yes, you have. You put on that badge and gun like a clown, and you claim to have authority over me.
So you came up here about a complaint because of the issue on Watha.
Because, yeah, there should be a sign on Watha that says, hey, be careful. Don't go left here.
With me, I'll show you the sign.
I saw the sign, dude. There's not proper signage. The road veers to the left. People are going left. I have it on video. You can go to delete laws and watch all the videos.
So TxDOT is the one that runs those signs.
So you take no initiative as a man.
So TxDOT is the one who makes those signs, and that is a state highway.
So then take initiative as a man and go put up a sign that says, don't go left here. It's a one-way street. It could be a simple sign. It could be on cardboard.
Okay. Well, I have the town of Sunnyvale to watch after.
Oh, you watch after the town of Sunnyvale? Didn't you walk up here to run my plates, though? You ran up here to run my plates. So you're watching over Sunnyvale?
So as I was saying, since you have so much time to come out here and film,
I have so much time.
Why don't you contact TxDOT? And
TxDOT. Okay.
That there needs to be proper signs.
I mean, but you didn't come here to help. You came here to run my plate. You didn't come here to do anything worthwhile.
No, they told us there was a citizen up here with a complaint. We came to see the complaint.
So you run the citizens' plates when they come in to complain? Did you get your name and badge number, sir? What is it? What's your name and badge number? You want to get your name and badge number, sir? No? That's the doofus right there, just sitting there. I asked him his name and badge number. He just won't give it. This is the McAllister Police Department. Oh, the door's open. Okay. Everything was looking good till we got to this. Man, look, now my hand starts to shake. You can see it. Oh, look at that. Hey, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Cool. Are you a police officer?
I'm dispatch. Can I have?
Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm just walking around filming, just looking at your building.
Okay.
How you doing? What's your name, sir?
More.
Is there more of the building that I can see besides just this little area here? Is there more that I can take pictures of and video?
Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing? Is there more? Or
Hey.
oh, is another?
Can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
What's your name?
Yeah, Sergeant Orr.
Sergeant Orr, how you doing? Chili de
All
Castro.
right. Okay.
Chili de Castro. Delete law.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Are you
Don't be
afraid?
offended.
Are you afraid? No, I understand.
Okay.
I don't want to scare you. I don't scare anybody. How you doing, man?
Not too bad.
You,
So
you know,
the police department.
your police department. I was walking through, and here's a couple glaring problems. Like this is everything that people hate. Then you come over here, and then you have another one here in between the oath to the Constitution. I don't know who hung that garbage, but that's trash, and the people hate it because that divides us. It's that blue. Are you afraid of COVID or something? I'm not trying to, I mean, it's just a man. I just want to make sure that people can see you so that.
Okay.
Now, I'm disgusted with this. And it even says the name of their police department on the terror flag in between the oath to the Constitution. Do you have any blue stripes on you? He doesn't. He has an American flag on him. Doing good. Doing good. The G.I. Joe stuff you could lose because you're not going to use it. We saw that in, in Uvalde. They're not going to use the G.I. Joe stuff. But I want to, is there,
From around here, sir?
oh no, I'm from California.
California.
Yeah,
Okay.
my name's Chili. My
Okay.
channel is called Delete Laws.
Okay.
I have no problem identifying myself to you. I got no problem with you as a person. I hope that you quit this job as soon as you can and find something noble to do with your life. But that doesn't mean that you and I as human beings,
Right. Okay.
I pray for your soul. Do you ever put people in handcuffs? Do you ever put people in handcuffs? Have you put people in handcuffs this week? You can't tell me if you put people in, because just so you know, there's a tracker. Last night you arrested 9 people here.
Okay.
They have a real issue that you don't understand, that the torture cuffs that you put on people, I'm not going to grab you, dude. He keeps on flinching and jumping. So have you been arrested before?
I have not.
So, well, let me just tell you the process. First, you torture me in cuffs. Then you slide me in a tiny little area where I barely fit. I'm claustrophobic, so it starts to freak me out. My shoulders are big and burly. That's why you're afraid.
Yeah,
And so then what happens next? You take me to the dungeon, drop me off. They treat me like total crap. I can't look at them in the eyes. I have to look at the floor. And then if I give any kind of resistance and don't give them full dominion over my fingers as they fingerprint me, then what happens next is they slam my head into the wall. That's happened to me once. So I don't ever resist now. I just let them put their fingers over the thing. And then after that, they take me to a tiny room, make me strip down naked. And then you know what they do? They make me turn around, spread my butt cheeks, and look up my butthole.
Yeah.
I mean, do I look like I'm on intravenous drugs? Do I look like I'm shooting up heroin? I seem pretty articulate, right? I got a guy in LA. I got a story on camera. He got picked up for not paying traffic ticket. He's now HIV positive because he got dropped off at a rape cage for a ticket. He's straight. He got raped.
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
You don't have to be afraid of me. I can stand right next to you, dude. I'm like your brother. I'm not gonna attack. If someone attacked you, I would pull them off. Like, but the flinching and shit, it's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I'm not flinching.
You flinched a couple times.
Okay.
Like you have no reason to be afraid of me.
Okay.
I'm not a violent
Are you
person.
victim of anything here in McAllister City Limits you need to take a file report on? If not, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Oh no, I don't have to leave.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want, but I don't have to leave. I can stay here as long as I like.
Oh my God. Even though oh my God.
I'm conducting business here. You can't tell me to leave. As a matter of fact, you know you're out of
I'm just
order right
giving
now.
you that option.
But you know you're out of order.
If you
You
need
know
to
you're
file
out of line.
Oh, I'm
I'm a
not-
constitutional law scholar. I'm not
Okay.
just some joke here. I sue lots of cops. So you can't tell me to leave a public building when I'm conducting business in that building. You should apologize to me as I'm the citizen.
I'm just
You are
asking
supposed to be an
help
authority.
from me.
Why don't you say you're sorry?
Why don't
Say
I-
you're sorry.
I'm not gonna
You
say
can't
sorry.
ask me to leave
I
here.
haven't done anything
Say you're
to
sorry.
I'm sorry about.
You just misrepresented the
I asked-
authority you
asked
have.
need to file a report right
No,
now.
you said you're gonna ask me to leave. I'm not leaving. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Well,
You're not gonna do a damn thing. And if you do, I'll sue you personally under 1983. And then you'll face federal district court. And if you violated my rights, you face 2 years in prison. Do it. Or take your happy ass back to your office and flee like a little dog.
Have yourself a good day.
Go. You've annoyed me. You don't tell me to leave a public building when I'm conducting business. I have every right to be here. Don't you ever misrepresent your authority. That's why people called me. That's why I came here. I don't like it when people who have claimed the right to be in charge of my constitutional rights, his job is to uphold my civil liberties, to protect my rights,
I'm asking you if you need any.
to allow me to do my filming as a First Amendment person and protect me in that process. That's his job. Are we at an impasse here? Because you've been flinching and you're scared of me the whole time. Are you going to physically stop me from
No,
doing
I
my
can't.
job?
I'm not gonna physically do that.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to walk around here and take some videos.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you're done, then
Yes.
head on back.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
2 hours later.
You want to come with me? You want to walk around with me?
No, you can continue.
But do you want to come with me?
No, I don't have to come
You
with
can
you.
come walk around with me, man. You're supposed to be protecting my rights. That's why I'm so upset with you. And I'm just upset with you because I'm a
I hate that you're
person.
upset with me. I'm not upset
But-
with you.
Well, because you went outside the boundaries of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to say, oh, you're being pressed right now? Okay, man, well, listen, let me show you the areas you can film and let me show you the restricted areas. If you walk over here, sir, you'll see that right down here, there's a restricted sign. So do me a favor, sir, please don't go in the restricted areas. Hey, you know what, officer? No problem. I uphold and respect the rule of law. So I'm gonna do exactly as you asked me to do, and I won't go in those restricted areas.
This is public area.
Is there any other areas, sir, that you think that I would benefit by filming to show the public what goes on in McAllister, Oklahoma?
This first level, this first floor.
This first floor, so all the way over here, and then this area here, and then it kind of ends. Is this an interrogation room right here? Is this where it all goes down? You take reports in there? You know what I feel like he's gonna trip over himself backing away. He's gonna trip over the wall, backing away from me as quickly as he can. I've already told him there's thousands of people who will watch this. Are you gonna say you're sorry?
There's nothing that
I mean, are you gonna,
apologize
you effed up, dude. You're on camera telling me to leave. You want me to leave. And you thought I was just some dunce cap who's a First Amendment frauditor. There's a bunch of fakes on YouTube who say they're for justice, say they're for liberty, but they don't know a damn thing about America. And they openly say they hate the Constitution. Those people are tyrants just as bad as half of your colleagues. I mean, are you for upholding rights instead of law enforcing?
Well, I think it consists of both, yes.
No, because
think so.
if my wife beats me up and I call you and you come into my home to protect me because my wife beat me up and there's marijuana in my ashtray, if you're a law enforcer, then you're looking to arrest me for the marijuana instead of upholding my rights. Well, I just want people to realize where you stand as a person because your perspective will affect the job we hired you to do. You know, you're here to protect our rights. That's your function. And this crap here, this is such I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. Dog shit. This is dog shit. Anything you want to say to the thousands of people watching?
No, thank you.
Okay. Signaling off the window that I'm pulling over.
Street. Turn left onto Lakeview Drive. In a quarter mile, turn right onto South Royal Avenue. Proceed to the room.
Hi, I'm Corporal Wayne with the Zaki County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any tail lights on. Is there any reason you did not pull over when I activated my lights?
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
471137.
Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance. Here's the insurance. Here's the rental car agreement. And my driver's license is right here.
Where's your driver's license?
Well, didn't I just say it's right here?
Yeah.
Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do, Waylon.
Is this your current address on Santa Monica Boulevard in California?
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Okay.
If you ask me another question, you're violating my rights, and I'll file a lawsuit against you. Write your ticket, do what you're going to do, but don't harass me any further. You have every relevant information you need. Go do your job, or I'll sue you. Get the hell out of my face. There's everything you need. Go on. Go do your job.
I would like to give you your insurance card back.
I'll take it.
And I will give you that rental agreement back.
There you go. There's my license.
I'm going to have your license for now.
I'm sure you're going to put it in your pocket because that's how you guys behave. But I just get my license back. It'd be great. I need to go about my way.
Okay.
So I missed it earlier. I went live right when he pulled me over. And of course, I immediately pled the Fifth Amendment. I didn't wait a second. He said my taillights weren't on, which I don't know if that's true or not, but he said the taillights weren't on the car. I don't know if I believe him. I'd like to see that. I mean, look at how they treat you. They overwhelm your car with light, and I didn't think anybody'd be up. What time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. So I guess it's midnight over there. Midnight or 10 p.m. on the West Coast. Two cops. You guys, what's going on here? No, I'm detained right here. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I travel the country suing police. So give me back my license and let me go, or give me a ticket. Then give me your ticket, but you don't need another cop here. I need you to do your job and let me go. I have some. Hey, eat my shorts. I'm coming to a safe place. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to take your ass to court. Now write your ticket. I got to go. I got to catch a plane. I'm not going anywhere, jackboot thug pig. I don't give a damn. I don't know who you are. You got the gun. Get in the car and do your freaking job. I got to go. I got to catch a plane. This is the treatment you get. You joined that, jackboot thug pig. You joined it. You joined that disgusting organization. That's what you did, you piece of shit. You're a piece of garbage, bro. You're the tyranny. I'm a freedom fighter. Thousands of people love me. You know why? Because you're the enemy. You're the enemy of freedom. You're the enemy of liberty. Pulls me over for my, I want to see the camera where my taillights were out. I want to see that. No, I want to sue him. I want to put his hands on me so I can sue him, and I'll go after his badge. That's what I really want to do. You joined an evil thing, bro. Quit now. You're young enough. You can quit now. I don't fight anybody. What are you talking about? Nonviolent pacifist. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What? I try to sue as many cops as I possibly can. Yes. Because you joined an evil organization.
Is that your job?
Yeah, this is all I do. I'm up here right now helping another guy. No, I'm just an activist. But how come it is, why am I celebrated and you're demonized? Why is that? Because the policies and procedures, no, dude, the policies and procedures you signed up to do are disgusting. This jackboot thug pig would put me in handcuffs in 2 seconds flat.
I don't know what that means, Jack.
A jackboot thug pig? Do you have torture cuffs on your belt?
I have handcuffs.
Right. So those are torture cuffs. Let me put them on you for 5 minutes. I'll give you $1,000 for 5 minutes. I'll give you $1,000.
Unfortunately, my handcuffs do that.
Quit now, dude. You're 20 years younger than me. Quit. This fucking sucks. And excuse my language, people. You know this sucks. You're a wrestler. Dude, high school and college. Dude, listen, this job sucks. This job, unless you're a jackboot, bullshit, dude. That. Oh no. You don't get a pass. Those are torture.
Here's a corporal
license. You want me to explain the citation to you or no? All right. So right here.
Just save your bullshit.
November 8th.
Save your
You're
bullshit.
not required to appear.
Get out.
Okay.
Do I need to sign
To
it?
the top right.
Go on.
You're
Go on, dude. I want to see your. I'm gonna FOIA your body cam, and I'm gonna find out if my tail lights are out in a rental car.
Okay.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. Your name's what? Corporal
Whalen. All my information.
Corporal Whalen. Your name's Mr. Whalen. You're a peace officer, a domestic peace officer. You are not a corporal. You are not in the military. You should never go by corporal because that makes you have an allegiance to the person above you and the person below you. And it makes you fear the person above you and below you. And you have to take orders instead of upholding my rights. Like giving me a ticket for no taillights.
And luckily, I let you up about 1.5 miles back. So there's going to be 1.5 miles of me driving behind you without your tail lights.
Did I not stick my thumb out the window and say, hey, I'm pulling over here? Did you not see this thumbs up? I'm pulling over. Did you not see that?
Say where the traffic stops.
No, you don't. It's my freedom, jackboot.
Okay.
You serve me. You serve me. You serve me. I gave you a thumbs up. Yeah, then go on. Go on. Quit now, dude. Job sucks. You're supposed to serve me. Instead, you gave me a ticket for nothing. Looks like the taillights are on. No taillights, huh? What's that? No taillights? How's there no taillights? Looks like there's taillights right there to me. That's what it looks like. Jackboot thug pig. Invoke your rights right now. I don't have to do that. Techline versus Danforth, 1943, gives me an inalienable right to travel in America. It's also my right to tell the occupant of that vehicle, you have to tell him to stop the search now. You demand he stop. Here's some literature, sir, if you'd like to read it. Occupant, tell him you do not consent to any searches. You can stop the search now. Stop the search now. Demand your rights right now. Tell him now out loud. I revoke consent. Tell him now out loud. You can tell him I revoke consent. Tell him out loud. And he has to stop searching immediately. And if he doesn't, I will sue him for you. You tell him I revoke all consent. No, revoke consent now out loud. No, revoke consent. No. I don't have to stop recording. I am a member of the press. Here is the literature that will show you. I have please don't put the light in my eyes, officer. I believe that's going to be the Bain Act, and I can hold you personally liable. So you have to tell me your name and badge number. Don't block out my camera vision. Tell me your name and I need your name and ID. What's your ID number? If this is federal, you're going to fall under the federal badge identification law of 2021. What? I don't care. Name and badge number now. I said now. Name and badge number. Revoke consent. Out loud, occupant of the vehicle. Revoke consent now. Out loud. Revoke consent. Tell him I revoke all consent. He has to stop immediately. It's the law. And if he doesn't, I'll sue him for you. Tell him you revoke consent now.
This gets pretty heated here in a second. The cop decides.
You don't have to give him any information. You're the passenger of a car. Right here. It's on this pamphlet. These look like kids. They don't look like they're human trafficking. I think I'm in New Mexico. I think I just found some pigs who pulled some kids over and are giving them a hard time. And they don't understand. Yes, it's U.S. Customs. Are you U.S. Immigration, sir?
United States Border Patrol.
United States Border Patrol. So they're using, that's going to be Fuertes?
Is that gonna be, is it, no, is it Bivens? It's border agents. These guys are 20s, early 20s. Is it Bivens? Is that, I know Bivens is the federal lawsuit, but there's a particular case that allows border agents, and they're probably using Homeland Security as well. So there's a pretty important moment in here. If you guys didn't see it, I'm standing off camera and I'm screaming at those guys to revoke consent. And the reason I'm screaming at them to revoke consent is because you have a right to, if they ask you to search your car and you say yes, which you shouldn't say yes, but if you do say yes, or you say yes to set them up, and then in your trifold after the first page, flip it open right in the middle of the second page. If I can give consent, I can revoke consent. It's right there. It's right there. So if you can give consent, you can revoke consent. I sent to Riverside Accountability. That light on my face is weird looking, isn't it? It's a weird looking light. Anyway, I sent to Riverside Accountability. I sent you a link for you to be able to join the live stream because I would love to talk to you. Everybody, welcome to another rendition of Delete Laws. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the land of the unfree America. I have another announcement I want to talk about, but before I get into the next thing, I want to preface you guys with this video right here. I just saw this today. I haven't seen it, and this video is a couple years old. There's an outcome here, and I can't wait to share it with you guys.
Everything. Turn off the vehicle. Turn off the vehicle. Turn it off. Turn off the car.
What?
Turn off the car.
What?
Sir, turn off the vehicle. Turn off the vehicle, sir. Turn it off. Turn off the car and roll down the window. Open the door. Give me that other unit. Open the window. Open the door.
What's up?
I got a 646. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Hands. Hands on the wheel. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Hands on the wheel. The car's off. Be advised, the vehicle took off. Thomason, Pennsylvania. 2017, Chrysler 300, color black. Zulu 21, Kilo. No, get in! Relax, bro! Get in!
And that right there is murder. That's murder in New Jersey.
It should be under his leg.
Does anybody fires a weapon here?
No here, not here.
Delta 91 go. I think you're going to start moving these cars so the bus can get built.
Listen to this sick shit that this cop says right here.
Cap, when the six shots
Who's
fired,
599? 599. You're 599. You're chasing. Did you shoot?
No, I didn't shoot. Who shot?
Who shot?
Crespo shot. Crespo shot.
And listen to what Crespel says, whatever his name is. I'll give you his legal name in a second.
No, they shot. Crespo shot, and they're gone. They're gone. Who's dead? No, he just pulled off on me.
Listen, the best part.
Listen to what this pig right here. See him over here on the left? Like maybe it's not Crespel, the killer, but listen what this pig over here on the left says.
Listen, the best part is no officers are hurt.
Right,
no
yeah.
officers are shot.
The best part is that no officers are hurt and no officers are shot. They only care about themselves.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. This is gold.
Listen, the best part is no officers are hurt.
Right,
no
yeah.
officers are shot.
Right. Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's what they're trained. That's what they're trained. They're trained that if no officers are shot and no officers are hurt, that's all that matters.
Listen, the best part is no officers are hurt.
Right,
no
yeah.
officers are shot.
Right. Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, Crespo's okay, and so is Ortiz.
Fired from here.
Pennsylvania and Thomas is where I pulled them over. No.
Was that a motor vehicle stop? Or
Yes.
Was that a foot chase?
No, motor vehicle stop. I pulled them.
So now let me give you the follow-up to that. Let me give you exactly what happened from him running up to the window. I think only one guy died. I think the other guy lived. Check this out. This is you want to see a really good video? This is a really good video. This is probably the best video that you're going to see because it's justice and accountability meeting at the same time. This is my favorite video that I've seen on the internet today is right here. Let me open this Bad Chicken big so you guys can I want you to really, truly enjoy this video right here. Really, truly enjoy it.
In New Jersey, tears streaming down the face of a former police officer named Giovanni Crespo as he apologized to the family of the man he killed. Then the judge sent the former officer to prison. Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne with how it all played out.
I would just like to apologize for the event that occurred, to the victims, to my family that I put through, everybody that's been going through hard times because of this event.
A teary-eyed Giovanni Crespo apologized in court on Friday. Minutes later, the judge sentenced him to 27 years in prison for killing a man during a police pursuit in Newark in 2019. Crespo's body-worn camera captured him chasing after a moving car and shooting into the window. Crespo said he had spotted a gun inside the vehicle.
It was a lie.
Crespo killed the driver, 46-year-old Gregory Griffin, a passenger.
Take a look. The reason that we do this is to hold them accountable.
Crespo said he had spotted a gun inside the vehicle. Crespo killed the driver, 46-year-old.
A moment of silence for this man right here. He was 46 years old, and he murdered him. He murdered him because he didn't want to stop, because going to jail is hell.
Gregory Griffin, a passenger, was severely injured. Griffin's father at the time said,
It wasn't right. It wasn't right. You don't shoot. Anybody could have been in the car. I could have been in the car with him. You know, you just don't shoot in a car like that.
Crespo, a father of 4, argued he was acting in self-defense.
I took a chance at a job where it's life or death every day.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I know he's giving his final pleas here and saying, but he's lying. The whole thing's a lie.
Argued he was acting in self-defense.
I took a chance at a job.
You took a chance at a job because you're not qualified to do anything else. You can't do anything else. You're literally a parasite on the community.
Where it's life or death every day.
It is not life or death every day. That's your training. You were also trained that no cops were shot and no cops were hurt, and that's all that matters.
And the thin blue line really is just the line.
Last June, a jury convicted Crespo.
He said the thin blue line.
Every day. And the thin blue line really is just the line.
The line between life or death is what he's saying. The thin blue line is the line between life and death. Okay, Crespo.
Last June, a jury convicted Crespo of aggravated manslaughter and assault and official misconduct. He could have faced life in prison. Prosecutors asked for 33 years.
Understanding, as we all know, that there's no amount of time that's going to bring back the victims or really fully compensate or satisfy the families.
In Newark, Kristen Thorne, Channel 7, Eyewitness. A local police.
So he got 27 years in prison, which to me, is it justice? Because they're probably going to let him out early. Everybody do me a favor. Can you match the salt shaker? Shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. Can you put into the comment section OTVO, which stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio? Put it in the comment section for me. And why do we say Overturn Terry versus Ohio? In 1968, our Fourth Amendment right was completely decimated. Terry versus Ohio, a Supreme Court case that sets policy for all police departments in America. What exactly is that policy? There are 4 specific parts to Terry versus Ohio that you have to know if you're going to be able to explain it and understand it. Number 1, it puts officer safety over all of our rights. So officer safety goes above your First Amendment, your Second, your Third, all the way down the line. Number 2, it creates reasonable articulable suspicion. Not a part of the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment says you're to be secure in your person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, not reasonable articulable suspicion. Officer safety, reasonable articulable suspicion. It allows cops, number 3, to run up and pat you down, put their hands on you in the name of officer safety to make sure you're not a Black Panther in 1968. Make sure you don't have a gun. Number 4, it allows cops to detain you. And these are not laws. This is not legislated in Maryland or legislated in Texas. This was created by an unelected Supreme Court, which is what I'm going to be teaching next. For Team DLZ, I got a new video up. I'm going to go nuts. So those are the 4 components of Terry versus Ohio. You have to know them. You have to know them. That is the reason why our country is unfree. Welcome to the land of the unfree America. Put it in the comment section, OTVO. You know, so I'm going to take 1 second and then I'm going to jump right into the next video. But listen, I want to say something to Team DLZ. I put another video up today. Another video went up. Tomorrow we print that thing out. You guys will get to see it. On teamdlz.com, you'll get to see the actual graphic I created for teachers and homeschoolers. You don't get to see the entire board game, but you get to see the very first graphic I created for teachers to put in their classroom to teach kids. We have to get back to teaching constitutional law, common law, and we're not there yet. About a week ago was Thanksgiving, and I got sick on Thanksgiving. I got sick from eating too much sugar. I had been, since I got out of jail July 11th, I had been eating so horribly. I mean, I'm so fat. So fat for me. And I got Riverside Accountabilities in here. Riverside! I got Riverside! So I got so fat in jail because I ate mostly candy because I didn't want to eat the real food. And I didn't have control of my diet until the day after Thanksgiving. And I feel like I finally am back. I'm ready to go back out and start auditing again. I'm ready to start filming cops. I'm ready to start auditing police stations again. I finally have my head on straight, and it's only been from being able to control my diet. I think it was the last part because I was going through big time PTSD from watching some things I saw. Anyway, listen, before I lose him, he said he was busy. Let me add him in. Yo, Riverside Accountability, are you here?
I am here. How's it going?
Dude, everybody do me a favor, a round of applause for the Patriot, Riverside Accountability. Everybody, a round of applause. God bless you, sir. How long have you been in jail, Riverside?
For a whole year, exactly a year. Went in December 14th, got out December 12th.
Dude, I just did 4 months myself. I'm not sure if you knew that or not.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Well,
I
not
did
just
not
now.
know
I
that.
got out July 11th. So you went in December 14th and you got out when?
December 12th.
Oh my God. Which jail were you in?
In High Desert Detention Center in Adelanto,
Oh, dude.
San Bernardino County.
That place is a shithole.
Yeah.
Full of gangs, right?
Yeah, definitely. But it was.
Go ahead.
It wasn't that bad, but yeah, all types of gangs, all types of different things going on.
Now let me give you let's get a little backlog. So you can't get into your channel, which is called Riverside Accountability. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you had been a very prolific First Amendment auditor. You were going out and filming cops 2-3 times a day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
when we saw them when they were going to sick their dog on you, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Get the dog out of here." Why did you get arrested? What were the charges they put on you?
That day I didn't get any charges. They just handcuffed me, ran my name, and made sure that I wasn't like on parole, probation, or a threat. And they released me without citations or anything. But that's not the reason why I went in.
Why did you go?
It was for what happened in Victorville. There was a guy that when we were protesting, he tried his with his car and got out, started fighting with everybody. And in that process, I pulled out my pepper spray. I'm not saying that what I did was right because I did mess up. I did pepper spray him when I shouldn't have. I'm taking full accountability for that. But apart from that, I mean, they had dropped the charges, and then 4 days later, after we sued the mayor of Fontana, that's when they decided to raid our house and busted down the door. And yeah, it was just retaliation because we sued the mayor of Fontana.
Okay, so you sued the mayor, and then you had previously shot a guy with mace.
Yeah.
I've never seen that video. If you want to email me that video, I'll show it right now so we can take a look at it. But I mean, you don't have to do it right this second. I can find it on your channel. I'll go take a look. Just tell me the title of it. So then,
I don't think it's on my channel. I think it's been taken down. So there's no way that I can put it up or send it to you.
Mhm.
But I know that there's other videos out there that you can probably look it up. It says Riverside County Accountability.
So then what happened? So you sued the mayor on, I imagine, December 10th or 8th, somewhere there of 23?
Yeah, somewhere along those lines, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you filed against him, and he was served that lawsuit?
It's a female.
She?
Yes, she was served that lawsuit, and she has ties with the San Bernardino sheriffs, and that's I'm guessing that's when they started their whole little investigation, or I don't know exactly what they were doing. Maybe it's just the beginning of their investigation. I don't know.
How do you do a year in jail, though? It's not. I mean, how do you get arrested for macing somebody and then you spend a year in the dungeon?
Well, because of the charge that they gave me, they were trying to give me 14 charges, and basically, I've seen stuff in jail where people get offered, lesser charge, or I mean, just one charge, instead of being charged for all those charges. And so I got charged with assault likely to commit GBI.
Grave bodily injury.
Yeah, and what it should have been is unlawful use of tear gas. But, I didn't want to risk it, take it to trial, and, and then lose, because that's a lot of charges that I would have, been hit with, 14 of them.
Uh-huh. When was a felony?
Felony, no strike, 2 years with half, which, in jail it's doubled up. And then, 2 years probation, parole.
So you
Because I
pled
did
guilty to a class 4 misdemeanor or to a felony?
felony.
And then, but you get no strike against you?
No strike. And I did county prison instead of state prison, but they still count it as, as prison time. So that's
Damn.
why I am getting out on parole and not probation.
Oh, so nobody knew that you had a court date. You actually, so you didn't have a court date. You made a deal with the DA and you pled guilty to a felony as long as there's no strike. And now so then you go to jail. Man, we didn't have a way to reach you, or I would have put money on your books. I would have. I would have helped you the whole way, dude.
My wife held me down the whole time. She's a great, support.
Liz?
Luce, yeah.
Luce? Okay. I saw her name earlier in the chat.
Yeah, Pink Croc Girl.
Pink Croc Girl. Dude, this guy's a real freedom fighter. What's the name? The name of your channel is Riverside Accountability?
Riverside County Accountability.
Riverside County. I'm going to put this in the chat real quick for people. And so now you did your time, so now you're paroled. So you don't have to do any probation, no checking in or pissing in a cup or anything like that.
No.
And so did you have any other previous on your record where they can try to railroad you?
No, my record is clean. And, unfortunately now because of this, I do have a felony on my record, so it is going to affect me in
your gun rights.
Certain ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to try to do whatever I can to finish my parole within a year, because right now it's 2 years. But they have programs and stuff like that they offer you so you can bring it down to a year instead of doing 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you were in a county jail?
In a county jail, but they counted my time as a prison.
San Bernardino County Jail?
Yeah.
Dude.
High Desert Detention Center.
Listen to me. I heard about High Desert when I was in Clark County in Nevada. They talked about it. They said what a shithole it was and how it's all political.
Definitely.
It's all gangs. So then you got adopted into the Latino gang because you're Latino, right?
Yeah.
And then you hang.
Yeah. I ran Paisa.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 different things. There's like Bros. There's the Woods.
The Blacks.
Paisa, and the homies, which are Southsiders.
Southsiders.
So homies are more gang affiliated, and so that's why I decided to run Paisa, and not just that, because I am Mexican.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was doing.
So did you have to deal with any gang fights or anything like that? Did you have to hold the line anytime or anything like that?
Luckily it never went up between like races and stuff like that. But yeah, there was people that would come in with like bad paperwork, child abuse charges, and domestic violence, and there was times when people had to be put on the wall, the 2-on-1. They just start punching on them, and for homies it's 13 seconds, for Paisa 16 seconds, and each race takes care of of their own.
Yeah, I do know.
But yeah,
I was just in jail. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It was horrible.
All types of things.
I was only in medium security for about 5 or 6 weeks, and I was in minimum security. Other times, the minimum is homeless people, crazy people, and then first time offenders like myself. So it's just, so you were in I think does San Bernardino have a minimum? 14 charges.
14 charges.
Can you tell us what those 14 charges were? Assault, a battery with an intent to commit great bodily injury, and that was the felony, right?
Yeah, if you give me a second, I can go get the charges.
Sure. Go ahead. I'll bring you right back on. I got you. I still have you in the backstage there, everybody. Riverside Accountability, man, he was one of the most prolific First Amendment artists. I know you guys want me to get out there and start auditing cops again. I tell you, being able to control my diet, I haven't been able to control my diet since I got out of jail. I've been eating everything. I'm so fat and out of shape for me. And getting sick on Thanksgiving, I was able to, after getting sick, I poisoned myself from eating too much trashy food. Sugar, not trashy food, but because it was good. It was organic. But I got myself sick. And now that I've been able to control my diet for the past 2 weeks or so, I've been able to get myself back. Go ahead, Riverside.
Okay, so the 14 charges that I have right here. The first one was conspiracy to commit crime. criminal threats, which will result in death or great bodily injury, false imprisonment, kidnapping, assault by means of force likely to produce GBI, criminal threats, which will result in death or great bodily injury, unlawful use of tear gas, assault by means of force likely to produce GBI, another charge for unlawful use of tear gas, vandalism of $400 or more, false imprisonment, unlawful use of tear gas, assault by means of force likely to produce GBI, and false imprisonment. So there's multiple charges of the same ones. This is definitely more than just 3 strikes. Once you hit 3 strikes, then 3 strikes and you're out, and that's
Well, explain
life.
to people. Explain to people what 3 strikes means in California.
Yeah, so once you hit 3 strikes, I think you get 5 non-violent and then 3 violent. Once you hit 3, just like baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. So basically, once you hit 3 strikes on violent crimes, you do life, 25 to life, or a little bit more.
25 years in prison.
Yeah, and just so you guys can see, these are. Here, let me see. Try to turn it around.
How many? So you got out December 14th. So that means you've been out since yesterday. You got out of jail yesterday.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. You want to email that to me? Do you have that on a PDF file or in an email form where I'll be able to share it? We can't really read it yet, but
yeah.
Take a picture of that with your phone and email me over. Take as good as pictures as you can or use a scanner. Dude, God bless you. I'm so glad you're out. You're going to go through all kinds of shit, dude.
Definitely.
It took me the same amount of time to recover. And people are still like, man, Chili's not himself anymore. I am, but it just took a long time, dude. It takes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they beat you down in there.
Yeah. And, right now I tried to do a live video earlier, and it's just like everything is so brand new. I actually used my wife's YouTube to record the video, do a little practice run. It was just a fire that I recorded, and let me tell you, it's a lot different. It's trying to get back on track, and unfortunately right now I don't have any equipment because of them keeping it in evidence for who knows what. I'm already out, so I don't know why they're still holding on to it.
I can help you write a demand for return of property.
Really?
Yeah, I'll help you do that.
Yeah.
As soon as we get off, I'll hit you back.
Yeah, I'll email you.
Yeah, demand for return of property is really, really easy to do. It's really easy to do. It just
wanted to thank everybody and for everybody's support, and hopefully I'm back soon. I'm gonna try to get my stuff tomorrow, which back to log into my YouTube tomorrow. So once I'm able to do that, then more videos.
So it's funny. My computer that I'm working on right now, talking to you, I forgot my path. I forgot my login to my computer.
Yeah, and that's my issue right now. I'm not able to log into my Apple account right now because my Apple is linked up to another phone. So they're asking me for that phone number. So now I have to get another phone tomorrow, and with that same number, and then hopefully I'll be able to log in to all my accounts.
So now, what were you doing for work before? But were you just First Amendment auditing?
So that I started around when COVID hit. Before that, I was forklift driver working at warehouses and stuff like that. But once I started First Amendment auditing, I never had a job after that, and I just strictly 100% did YouTube and practice First Amendment rights, keeping cops accountable.
So you're going to find out that your algorithm on YouTube is going to be totally screwy.
Yeah, I know.
My algorithm is still screwed up no matter what I do. I put in a year of almost a year of 3 hours a day live every day. So YouTube figured, he works for us now. So they paid me
just to bring it back.
Yeah. And now that I've been out for 5 months, I got out in July, and I was having a hard time focusing for the first few. I was going through it, and then I moved my office from Vegas to LA, and dude, you lose time. You go through this PTSD. You go through like the nightmares and the bad visions. You see things like a daydream, and you see the worst scenario of yourself, and People don't really understand how hard it is and what they do. Were the guards on top of you like they were for me in Clark County?
Yeah, they were. There was a couple that were that were cool, that supported
Really
what I was
cool.
doing, and then there you got the other ones that are just complete assholes. Yeah, but luckily for me, my wife, she filed the FOIA request for all the deputies and employees that work there. So when there was a deputy that was being an asshole or stuff like that, I would ask her for the name and I would call them by their first names, and yeah, they did not like that.
Oh yeah.
I would call
Anytime
them out
in.
on their pay and their names, and yeah, they would get mad.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So where I was, it was. So that would be considered disrespect, which is a level 2 violation, and you go to
Yeah.
the hole.
Yeah,
Did
you
you
go to
go?
the hole. I never, not once, went to
Oh,
the
you didn't.
hole. No,
Wow.
thankfully.
Wow.
Thankfully, sometimes you got to do certain things as well, or else then it's your ass. But, yeah, never got in trouble for, anything.
Were you in a dorm or were you in a cell?
I was in a dorm, but it's called bird cages. So it's like a 32-man dorm. And then, the bird cages. So after 10 o'clock, they close the doors. They do count time. They close the doors. And then you got other dorms that are 70-man dorms, which is completely open. There's no fence. There's no bird cage or nothing like that, where you can't walk out and, use the phone at whatever times. I was only out for maybe 4 hours a day in the bird cages. And I was kept there the whole time, the whole year. I mean, other people, my co-defendants, they were in the open dorm, which they were able to use the phone at whatever time they wanted to use it and call their families. But I was only allowed to be in that dorm because I don't know why.
And you were in
I
the
don't know why.
the same dorm, the same bird cage the whole year?
The whole year.
Oh, I got moved
Yeah.
4 times. I got moved 4 times.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Yeah, they never once moved me, just because I never caused any problems and stuff like that. So I just stayed right there.
And so when you say the bird cage, for people who don't, I know exactly what you're talking about, but for the people who
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about, what do you mean by a bird cage?
So basically, it's you're in a whole dorm, 32-man dorm, and then you're in the dorm. The dorm's already locked up, like they have, like, it's all gated off, security, whatever. And then you have the bird cages, which is like another form of security. And I don't know how to explain it that well, but it's like a gate inside a gate, and we're already in jail, and then putting the bird cages is like you're in jail again.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Let me try to explain it. So
Yeah.
imagine a big room, and then a large portion of that room is the common area, and
Yeah,
then
there you go.
And then there's an upper level and a lower level, and there's little tiny 8-foot by 8-foot by 7-foot ceiling little rooms, and
Yeah.
each little room has its own locking door.
Yeah.
And so what they do is they let him out for 20 hours a day, but in Clark County Detention Center, it's 23-hour a day lockdown for everybody in the medium or high security. It's really bad. And then we had dorms. I was in a dorm, except for when I was in the hole for 5 days, which I'm going to sue them over. Matter of fact, I was supposed to file that lawsuit on Thanksgiving, but I'm going to do it over Christmas. And so that the bird cage that he was in, he would get to come out to the dormitory area. And in the dormitory area, where the common area, there's payphones, and you can use their payphones.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then 20 hours a day, he would be put back in that little tiny 8-foot by 8-foot with 7-foot ceiling. And mine was actually 5-foot by 8-foot with a 7-foot ceiling. And how many guys are inside of your bird cage?
And there's 32.
But how many were with you in your tiny little room? Is it
Oh,
individual?
no. It's a whole room, a big room with 32 people, 32 bunks.
Mhm.
And then right outside that, there's the bird cages, and then the common area.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I slept with 32 people. We all lived in the same room. Use sinks, the same sinks. There's 4 sinks. There's 4 toilets. There's 2 showers, and we all just share the same thing.
Yeah, God, people don't really understand what it's like to have to go to the bathroom right next to somebody else. You only get so many
where
times.
everybody can see you as well. People can
Yeah.
walk by and just have a straight conversation with you over the railing.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were inside of Clark County, there was a little 4-foot wall.
Yeah.
And with the glass in front of it, so the guard could walk by, and you could look right into each individual stall, and then between each stall was another little 4-foot wall. So 4 feet though comes up to your chest, on a short person, and I'm short. So then if you were going number 2, you would sit down and go to the bathroom, and the guy next to you, you could literally just look over and go, "Oh, hey, what's going on, Riverside? Hey, Chili, what are you doing this morning?" I was trying to go to the bathroom.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. And it's dehumanizing, and it's degrading, and and then I don't know how you do, but we got certain times where you could only get a little time to go pee. You get this much time to go pee. Everybody go pee now. You're not going to get to pee again until we get our next break. Because I was in a 70-man dorm, and they controlled us to the max.
Yeah.
I mean, to the total.
That is nuts. No, we could use the restroom at whatever time we wanted. We could shower at whatever time we wanted. You know, there's certain things that you're not allowed to do, and then one of those things was you're not allowed to have a shower curtain. So, you know, we would cut up our sheets and use it as a curtain, so you know people can't see, and they would come and take that away from us because, you know, I guess we're not allowed to have, you know, I guess they want everybody to see everything.
Oh yeah. So,
there's even female deputies that walk by, you know, and I'm like, isn't that disrespectful towards, you know, females? Like, you know, they have us out all naked and they can see all our junk and stuff like that. So yeah, it really sucks.
And then what about the food? How horrible was the food? Because where I was horrible.
We would get eggs every Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. Then we on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays we would get sweet trays. So basically, like, one day we would get French toast. On Thursdays we would get waffles, and on Saturdays we would get pancakes with sausage. And then other than that, you know, eggs. That's for breakfast, and you know, then you got the other like lunchtime meals.
Yeah, because there was drug addicts who got extra snacks, who came in that were all methed out, and they would come in like a crumpled up flour. Like, just this guy showed up one time into the dorm I was in. I was in medium security at this time, so I'm with all the paisas, because my name is Jose Maria, so I'm with all the paisas, and this guy comes in, and he looks like a crumpled up piece of paper. We were kind of all talking about, we didn't think he was going to live, and then over the next like 4 to 7 days, he kind of came alive again and became like a person. And it was so surreal to watch. And then the Mexicans in jail all share food. What do you call it? Cooking? Do they do cooking there, where they put the food under hot water?
Making spreads. Yeah. Luckily for me, you know, I had commissary all the time. You know, some people were sending me packages. My wife was, you know, always putting money on my books. Yeah. Family members putting money on my books. So I was always, you know, with commissary, and, you know, I would try to help out people that, you know, didn't get commissary, you know, give them a soup here and there. Because, you know, not a lot of people get commissary, but yeah, you know, sometimes when I would give them that soup, they would be like, "Oh, can I use this for the spread?" And, you know, we would make a spread, with, you know, with all the paisas, and then make burritos. And, you know, there's different types of spreads, you know, tuna with ramen and stuff like that. Just a bunch of stuff, whatever you want to add. And then we'll make burritos, and the burritos are good. Orange chicken. We would make red china, all types of food. A lot of.
So let me kind of explain to people what a spread is. So the typically the main staple of a spread is ramen noodles, and so they'll take, you get top ramen noodles that they sell for $1.10 or $1.20 a pack or something like that, and then you put some ramen noodles, and then inside of the ramen noodles you'll add tuna fish or shredded beef, whatever you guys sent to me in jail. You know, we'll put it all in this, and they call it a spread. And then they can get tortillas through the store commissary. So then I have some noodles, and he's got some peanut butter, and he's got some beef, and he's got some tuna fish. So we all throw it in one big bowl, and then they chop it up into 4 pieces, put it in 4 tortillas. And now me and Riverside and whoever else was in on it, we all get a great big burrito and we eat it. Just so you know, and to be on the record, to this day, I've never had a spread in my entire life.
Really? Yeah, there's a lot of people in there that are talented. They like to draw.
Oh, you got some drawings?
Yeah, I got a lot of
Good.
them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, they'd be drawing all types of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really talented people in that dungeon who are locked up, and Bruce
that.
R. Yeah, that's incredible work. Bruce R. said, "Did you make any Pruno?" I don't know what Pruno is.
Yeah, yeah, multiple times. Well, Pruno is you know, fermented fruit, which then
Oh
turns
yeah,
into alcohol, and yeah.
I've heard of it, but I never. So I traded with a guy because when I got commissary, I gave it all away. I shared it with everybody in the jail. I mean, I had a big stack for myself, but like you said, there were so many people in there who didn't have anybody sending them any money, no money on their books, no money on their phone, no commissary. So when I would get commissary, because people like April or Plead the Fifth or Jonathan or Justine or Steve or somebody would put some commissary and they would send me a gift package. And so like when I would get a gift package, half the room would get excited because they knew that since I got a gift package, I was going to give a bunch of it away, you know. And this homeless guy came to me. I mean, I never told this story, but I'll tell the story. So a homeless guy came to me right about when I was about to get out. I'd been in there for 4 months, and this homeless guy had been with me through 3 different pods. We'd been moved 3 different times, and he said, "Chili, you're the best person I've ever met." And I said, "Man, you need to meet more people." And he said, no. He said, "Listen, I've been coming to jail for 30 years, in and out of jail for 30 years. He said, and in 30 years of going to jail, people don't give away their commissary.
Yeah.
They keep
There's
it
a
all
lot of
for
people
themselves."
that don't. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't. You know, they don't like to share, but you know, I was fortunate enough to, you know, to have that. So, you know, the best thing that I can do was just to help out people that, you know, didn't have any.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, let them in on your spread, let them in on, you know, the food that you're making, you know, stuff like that. So
Go ahead.
Sometimes because I would get commissary, sometimes I wouldn't eat my breakfast, so I would just give it away to people that, you know, don't get commissary and stuff like that. So, you know, I was just lucky to be able to have commissary and have support.
Dude, the reason I got so fat is because I didn't eat the food. I would sometimes I'd put the food in my mouth and I'd spit it right back out. And the eggs he's talking about, they're hard boiled eggs. And most of the time they're overcooked and the shell sticks to the egg white. It's almost impossible to peel it. And so what I would do is instead of literally there were sometimes they would serve the tray. I would take a bite of it and just spit it out immediately. And the worst part about that was that people at the table who saw me spit the food back out would still take the tray and eat it. So that was the grossest part. That was the gross part. But it was so bad, I just started eating Snickers. I would just have a Snickers bar because I know this is trash, but at least I know what's in it, you know? Yeah. Whereas that food was so freaking bad. So what's next? What's next for you? What are you going to do next? You're going to go back out and start auditing police again?
Yeah. So hopefully, like I said, you know, tomorrow I'm going back to AT&T and trying to, you know, get my other number on a phone so then I can log into all my accounts and stuff because it's all linked up to that number. And then after that, I want to be able to, you know, start filming again, start, you know, recording cops, you know, recording fires and accidents and stuff like that.
What kind of phone do you use? Because I've got a huge group of people that are givers and they love to help people. What kind of phone were you using?
So right now I have 2 phones. Yesterday I got only 1 phone and I decided it was time for an upgrade. So I just upgraded my account and I got the iPhone 16. But I still need another phone on the side, you know, with that phone number to log into my accounts and stuff like that, you know. So, I think
you need a Samsung then?
iPhone.
You need an iPhone.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, just as long. Oh no, actually, it is iPhone. Yeah.
So if anybody in here has an iPhone, or I think he said he wants an iPhone, so I have him backstage again. I just want to make this e-bag out because we already did the fundraiser. We've done a couple fundraisers this month right before Thanksgiving and right after Thanksgiving. I don't want to do any more fundraisers, but what I will ask of Team DLZ, do you have an old iPhone 14 Or do you have a Samsung 15 or 14 sitting around somewhere that you can reach out to me and we can donate that to this gentleman? Team DLZ, please, if you guys have something that you can donate to him. And, you know, I typically do. I just don't right now. So, but I will again, as soon as I start selling my board game, I'll be back up. So if you guys can donate a phone to this guy, I would really appreciate it. He's one of the most prolific First Amendment auditors in the country. He films cop stops 2 or 3 times a day. I've seen him out doing it myself. I've watched his channel 100 times. So I just wanted to get my e-bag in there and not put you on the spot, because I have no bones about it. We are a human race. We help each other. We need each other. We live in a social contract. So anyway, so now you're going to go back out tomorrow. You have one phone that you can film with now. Is that right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
tomorrow I'm looking into, like I said, trying to get a new phone so I can log into my account, because I need that number to get a text message to that number, so then I can log into like my all my accounts, my YouTube, my Google account, my Yahoo. It's all linked up to that phone number. So until I can put that number on the phone, then I won't be able to record, because I need obviously my YouTube account.
Yeah. I'm just reading. I don't typically look away, but I'm just reading the comments. So then Brian here picks up everything. Brian's so sharp. He said he needs to get into his Apple account, so he needs another iPhone. So specifically for people who want to donate, if you have an old iPhone that you don't use, it could be old as far as like iPhone 16. Ha! But if you have an iPhone, no, a 13 or 14 or a 12, if you can donate this phone, and that would really help him out a lot. That would help him out a lot.
It would. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, big time.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Well, listen, anything else that you want to say? I'll give you the floor here for a minute. Anything you want to say to anybody that you didn't get a chance to say to, because everybody was looking for you. I wish your wife had reached out to me to told me, hey, he's in jail. Here's what happened. But you know what, though? You got to handle your own business, and I respect whatever choices you made for yourself. I'm going to give you the floor. Anything you want to say?
All right. Well, no, just wanted to thank everybody for, who supported me through the whole time that I was in jail. I did gain a lot of haters, but I did gain a lot of followers as well. So, it is what it is. But like I said, I appreciate the people that were riding with me the whole time, that supported me. And, I want to say thanks to my wife for always, having my back, and, handling all the haters that were talking smack on me,
Dude, when I was in jail, people made videos about me.
Yeah, all the time.
People made videos. All kinds of people made videos about me. And it was so hard to, when I got out, I was just, when I saw, and it's funny, I'll tell you a story. When I got out of jail, I watched a channel. I don't want to say which channel it was, but I watched a channel, and I donated to the channel. And channel I was subscribed to before I went to jail. And as soon as I donated to the channel, and then the very next day, someone sent me the link from that guy's channel, made a video about me, and said what a piece of shit I was.
After donating to his channel?
No, he had made the video when I was in jail.
Okay.
He made the video when I was in the dungeon, but I didn't know that,
Yeah.
I just thought it was an activist, and I wanted to support him. And it's just, you may have gained, let me rephrase that. You have gained nothing but respect and admiration, and you are a true patriot. No matter how they try to frame you and say that you're bad, the people in this chat, none of us believe that. You are a patriot, you are a freedom fighter, and I give you all the respect and admiration in the world. All
right, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Just want you to know. All right, everybody. Riverside accountability, everybody. Peace, brother. Dude, he's that guy's awesome. I have watched his channel. I have watched him edit Audit Cops. He is prolific, and he is a badass. He stands in the fire. They put a dog out after him one time. He said, "Put the dog away." And And then the cop picked up the dog and body slammed it. It was just unbelievable. Definitely mad respect. I mean, I hope he gets to see this Call of Duty auditor. Just so many people. So many people have nothing but respect and admiration for this guy. Everybody, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'm shipping tomorrow. So and tonight's 2-for-1 on trifolds. If you guys go to deletelaws.com, 2-for-1 trifolds, 2-for-1 trifolds tonight. Go to deletelaws.com with a Z and get a trifold. Get a trifold, and I will give you 2 trifolds, and I'll put a pair of cop cards in there because I want you guys to have these cop cards big time. So on to the next video. Riverside Cop Watch, we're so glad you're out.
Police Department fires an officer following his arrest on child pornography charges. It's our top story this evening at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Police arrested 38-year-old Alexander Stachura on Monday, and tonight he's facing 6 felony charges.
He was a Meridian Township police officer, but was fired right after being formally charged.
Rachel Ramsey has been following this story all day. She's here for you now with a closer look at the investigation.
Yeah, Siobhan, Sherry, 6 News obtained this court document that gives more details into the alleged crimes, and the documents show that Stachura's wife is the one who turned him in. Former Meridian Township police officer Alexander.
I'm so sorry for interrupting. I'm so sorry for interrupting. Listen to this.
Document that gives more details into the alleged crimes, and the documents show that Stachura's wife is the one who turned him in.
And let me just comment on that because this is a reaction video. Good on her. You found out that your husband was a child predator and you turned him in. Good for you, lady. I'm not sure what her name is, but the wife is an absolute. I'm seeing the wife as the patriot. Ruben said the wife is the patriot. Wow, just absolutely amazing. What an amazing human being to turn in your husband when you find out he's SAing kids. SA stands for SEXUALASSAULT. Good job, lady. Very proud of you.
Former Meridian Township police officer Alexander Stachura faces 3 counts of possessing child sexually abusive material and 3 counts of using a computer to commit a crime. Meridian Township police say they put Stachura on paid leave in October when the Michigan State Police let the department know they were investigating him criminally.
Took away his access to all township buildings, equipment, and computer devices.
Stachura, who state police say is from Williamston, had been with the Meridian Township Police Department for less than a year, so he was considered a probationary officer. But this wasn't his first time working at the department.
He took a personal leave several years ago, and under his current round of employment, he started in March of 2024.
Court documents show MSP's investigation began in October when Stachura's wife told troopers that she believed she found child porn on a flash drive belonging to her husband. The documents say that investigators were able to confirm with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that the images in question did include a teenage girl having sex, and the documents show officials found the same images on Stachura's phone. Stachura is accused of accessing the child pornography back in October of 2022. He was ultimately arrested December 9th and then fired the next day.
We respect the criminal justice system and the innocence until proven guilty that we have in the United States. But given the long-term leave that would be necessary to defend himself in this case and our personnel issues in the police department that we're just getting over.
What's up with that bow tie, bro? What's up with that bow tie? What are you doing?
We were unable to maintain his probationary employment.
The Michigan State Police say if Stachura is convicted, he faces up to 4 years in prison for each count of child sexually abusive material. His next court appearance is a probable cause hearing set for next week. State police say after the hearing, they will give more information. Back to you.
Wow, that is unbelievable. You know what? This is already on my. Let me jump in here real quick between these 2 videos. So how many times are we seeing it now? How many cops have to SA children before we realize putting cops in schools is a bad idea? We put cops in schools after 1990, after the Columbine shooting, the mass school shooting, and now we're continuing to put cops in schools, and it's the school to prison pipeline. We're seeing it. And more than that, in Ironton, Ohio, where I went to Ironton, Ohio, I caught a cop, Jonathan Spuljarek. He had a Snapchat account. What was it called? Buggy Fort. I can't remember the exact name of his Snapchat account, but I had 2 different young women who confessed to me that they had been groomed and SA'd by Jonathan Spuljarek. Jonathan Spuljarek didn't get fired or resign from the sheriff's department in Ironton until the Kent Freeman video came out, where Kent Freeman from Ironton contacted me and said, I got a video of this guy walking in my house and tasing me and giving me a heart attack. So that lawsuit, just so you guys know, for all the people out there following along, in Ironton, Ohio, Kent Freeman's lawsuit has been almost 3 years now. And that lawsuit's going to mature, and Kent Freeman's going to get paid, and that dirty jackboot thug pig, Jonathan Spuljarek, no longer works there. He now works as a painter. And that's because Sheriff Jeff Lawless got him the job painting. He's a painter now. You just got to be able to go like this. I mean, for the people who are painters, it's a little more complicated than that. But the point is we got that piece of shit out of there. So I have another video, but this video is on my queue as well. It's not in the order that I wanted to show it, but you know what? I see a super chat here from Rising Tides. What's going on, Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? Listen, you guys, get your order in for trifolds. Drew, is it Drew? Yeah, Dewey. We'll call Dewey America. You know who you are, Dewey. I'm going to give away a trifold to someone in the crowd because you just ordered a trifold. And Dewey, I'm going to double your order, brother. I'm going to double your order up. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the boys, get the band back together. That's what I'm going to do.
The police department is under intense scrutiny right now from the Fraternal Order of Police and City Council. The threat of an investigation into the department is imminent, and Chief Mike Crispin is under fire for his leadership. Well, tonight, the chief fired one of his officers for wrongfully arresting a woman, but the police union says she was targeted because she spoke out against the department. 10 TV's Carly Dion explains.
So let me put I got to jump in and interrupt here. I'm so sorry. So if Trump abolishes the Department of Education, which he's talking about doing, which would bust the teachers union, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. I don't want to go into all the politics of the teachers union. I love teachers. But the union makes it so that we can't get any progress done. And so if Trump abolishes the Department of Education, then we need to bust the police unions. We need to break them up. These police unions are crap. Fraternal Order of Police is a dog shit organization. All they do is back the blue. No matter what the cop does, could be child predator, could be SA on a female victim, could be murder, could be RAPE, could be death. The Fraternal Order of Police will back that dirty JBTP. Put it in the comment section. JBTP, jack, boot, thug, pig.
It's the violation of everything we stand for.
Officer Brooke Cano fired
She must have offended somebody in the gang.
from the Whitehall Police Department after an extensive investigation into allegations of falsified evidence and documentation. Whitehall Police Chief Mike Crispin says the incident happened 2 months ago and resulted in the wrongful arrest and felony charges against an innocent woman. Crispin says the woman's mother filed the complaint with the department on her behalf.
We realized immediately watching what happened during the arrest and what was reported in the arrest didn't match up, and that initiated an investigation for us.
According to police documents, Officer Cano falsely documented a confession that never actually happened in an official report. Her body-worn camera shows the arrest.
So what you did is actually felony fleeing, okay? And it's a felony charge. And you'll have 2 of them.
Just last month, Cano was placed on a 3-day suspension following a separate incident. Documents say she used excessive force against a pregnant woman during an arrest, referred to the woman's companion with a derogatory name, and failed to provide medical attention to the companion following a use of force event.
I have zero tolerance for mistreatment of the community, I have zero tolerance for lying and integrity issues.
The Fraternal Order of Police, which previously issued a unanimous vote of no confidence in Chief Crispin, is outraged by Officer Cano's termination.
These are frivolous charges.
I've read the charges. They're saying lack of PC. I've been a cop, not only a cop, an inner city police officer for 20 years.
Oh yeah. And how's it gone, buddy? How are you doing at that? Policing is a dog shit organization. And then he has a sticker back there that says, "I support Officer Ortega." In the back, you see it back here? This guy's such a jackboot thug pig.
Absolutely had probable cause to effect that arrest.
So I brought those claims to Chief Crispin.
The FOP is going to make allegations no matter what we do over here.
They're also claiming that Officer Kano was dismissed on frivolous charges. What do you say to that?
Well, if you think what I just said was frivolous, then I guess I would ask them, do you think this is frivolous when you take someone's liberties from them when they didn't do what you said they did?
FOP Capital City Lodge No. 9 President Brian Steele believes she was targeted for speaking out against Chief Crispin. But the chief says they have to do their job.
What did I say at the beginning of this video? Listen carefully.
For speaking out, the Lodge No. 9 President Brian Steele believes she was targeted for speaking out against Chief Crispin.
What did I tell you? I said to you that I wonder who in the gang she offended or she made mad. And now we're seeing it. Now we see that she had spoken out against the chief. And now she's in torture cuffs. Now she's lost her job. She's being charged with felonies. Because if it was you and you towed the blue line and you did whatever you were told, you never questioned the chief, well, then you wouldn't have any problems at all. And they would protect you. You could tase a pregnant woman in the stomach. And if you towed the thin blue line, Brian Steele would make sure you got the backing that you needed. And even Brian Steele, the Fraternal Order of Police, he still backs her, even though the chief doesn't, because that's what the Fraternal Order of Police does. They back the blue no matter what.
But the chief says they have to do their job to protect the community from officers doing what they're not supposed
What
to
a
do.
load of shit. And are those hinged handcuffs?
Job to protect the community from officers doing what they're not
They are hinges. It's a hinge on that handcuff, so they're really painful.
supposed to do.
Whether Cap City 9 likes it or not, we will make sure our officers do not mistreat the community.
Oh, go pound sand. Go have a ham sandwich. Go fly a kite. Go fly a kite. Listen.
9 likes it or not.
Community from officers doing what they're not
For my editor, man, clip this right here. This is gold.
supposed to do.
Whether Cap City 9 likes it or not, we will make sure our officers do not mistreat the community.
Is that what you guys think? Do you think that they're going to make sure that their officers do not mistreat the community? Is that what you think? Do you believe that? Put a 1 in the chat if you do not believe that. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that is some bullshit. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's some crap. He's sitting there. I mean, I could watch this 15 times. What a load of shit. Eat my shorts, you dirty JBTP.
To protect the community from
To
officers.
protect the community from officers. What a load of shit. You never tried to protect us from officers. If a cop runs up and grabs you and puts you in a headlock, the other cops will join in and they don't even know why they're helping him. Because he's wearing a brown shirt and you're wearing a brown shirt. So you're going to help that other piggy out.
Doing what they're not supposed to do.
Whether Cap City 9 likes it or
Whether
not.
Cap City 9 likes it or not. And look at his face. Do I have this open big? Let me open this bad chicken big. Look at his face. Completely untrustworthy. Geo, right? Completely untrustworthy. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
We will make sure our officers do not mistreat the community.
And look at the background. There's a picture. Is that him with some kids? And there he is, pictures of him with his car and pictures of him. See the background? And there's a picture of him and there's pictures of a bunch of pigs. And there's pictures. It looks probably his mom over here on the left-hand side. God bless his mom. We all love you all love your mom, right?
Chief Crispin tells me they've passed Officer Cano's case on to the city prosecutor's office to determine if criminal charges should be filed. In Whitehall, Carly Dion, 10 TV News.
Dude, what a load of shit. I said it from the beginning and I was proven right. I was proven right by the news report. I said, I wonder who in the gang she pissed off. And then Kevin Steele from Lodge Number 9 of the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge Number 9. To you dirty pigs out there, do you actually think that you're our saviors? I just want to know. I mean, I can't get a pig to come on here and have a conversation with me. How about this? To the good police officers, do you really think you're saving the community? Do you really think you help people, or do you think you're a terrorist on our country? I mean, really, it's a fair question. To the cops out there, don't you think that you're a terrorist? Don't you think that we see you as a terrorist? Don't you know that most of us see you as the enemy? That you're the enemy. When I drive somewhere tonight or tomorrow, the number one thing I have to worry about is you, cop. Number one thing I have to worry about is you. I don't got to worry about the gang member. I don't got to worry about being carjacked. Road rager, I slow down and let them drive away. The only thing I can't get away from is the dirty JBTP. And that's a plain fact. That's an absolute fact. But whatever you do, don't call them pigs. Don't call them pigs. Oh, yeah? What? It is what it is. What are all your emails? I'm not sure what all your emails are, but I'm interested. Now I'm really interested. What are all your emails? I have been getting some emails from Glokowski. From a Glokowski. Is that you, Glokowski? I got a bunch of emails from a Glokowski who sent me some really interesting videos of him getting cheated and getting beat up by the cops. Is that you? Is it first initial R and then it's G? Is that who you were? You know, what is going on? Le Sween Machine. And now I have something that I want to share with you guys. Remember, I ship tomorrow. I ship out trifolds and cop cards tomorrow. So get to deletelaws.com, order your trifold now so I can get it out to you tomorrow so it's there before Christmas. And if you order one trifold and you want an extra one or whatever to give away to family and friends for Christmas, just hit me up on email and let me know. I'm going to double up all orders tonight anyway, but I ship tomorrow. Now let's talk about something that's near and dear to all of our hearts right this minute.
Some questions. This started as some questions, and now it's reached a point of almost insanity. You think about a United States senator who has to go out with the local police to look for drones. That's where a United States senator is getting information. We had a briefing from the state police, the colonel in the state police. He was frustrated. He had no idea where these drones are coming from. Not only did I call for a limited state of emergency and the FAA shutting down the airspace for drones, but also having the Department of Defense come in and answer questions. If the Department of Defense doesn't know where the origins are for these so-called drones, then we're in trouble. We always thought that if there was something in the air the size of a car, that the Department of Defense would know where it came from, what its origin was, and what its purpose was. Now you have a United States senator going out with the local police, to look for fireworks at night? That is scary.
It is terrifying. Like Caitlin just reported, President-elect Trump is calling for government transparency, which you are as well. He's saying maybe shoot them down if we don't get any more information. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I would leave that up to the Department of Defense. But how can the Department of Defense not provide information to the public? This is a shock to me. You know, I have a general belief in government, but this is taking me to the end of my belief that government is really being honest. Now, there's been some apparently top secret briefings, right, with Congress people. Now, they come out of that, and I heard Josh Gottheimer come, the representative, and he said, well, I'm not getting a lot of information, but I don't think it's a threat. So my guess is there is information, but they're holding it back. And now what you have is panic. Originally some questions, now you have serious concerns. And at the next point, somebody's going to do something stupid. So the Department of Defense has to come clean with the American public.
So to your point, the FBI says they have no evidence of malicious activity or intent in these drone flights. What is...
I'm so sorry. Listen to this again. Listen to what she says. Hold on.
Have no evidence of malicious activity or intent in these drone flights.
The FBI is telling us that they have no intention of malicious activity because they're running them. They're running an operation. They're running a military, CIA, FBI operation above our skies. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree. It's not aliens because they have lights on them. They want us to see them in the sky. They want the American populace to know that they're doing this. If they didn't want us to know, they wouldn't have flashing lights on the drones. They want us to look up and see the drones in the sky. They know that this has caused fear and panic. I think AMG Stealth, you're out there on the East Coast. Are you seeing anything in the sky above you? It's just so unbelievable. They want us to know that they have a technology where they can swarm us. I watched a ton of videos on this, and there was a guy who said that he owns a drone company. He flew his drone up into the sky, and the drones in the sky are as big as cars. They're gigantic. His drone was this big. He flew up there and he saw them. They are testing AI drones, says Lou at Rising Tides. What's going on, Roger Lane? This is an incredible time in history. Don't blink, you're witnessing history.
What is it that they might not be telling us, and why?
Well, no evidence that this is a threat. What does that mean?
Right.
How does that help an average citizen and understand? No evidence of a threat? You mean they didn't do anything sinister yet? Well, yet. Yeah, I probably can make that statement, and I have no top secret clearance. Based on what I've seen so far, looking out my window, it doesn't appear to be a threat to our country. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because I looked out the window. That's all I'm getting from the federal government. And every single person, Democrat or Republican, has been calling for the same thing. That's why I have some concern that there is something very secret going on. Because how did people with the technology have no idea, except it's not, if they're saying it's not a threat, it must be something going on that's real top secret.
Senator, have you had this kind of discretion from the government before when you've asked them questions straight out?
I've never seen anything go on this long. And why would the government allow the public to be so frustrated?
Right.
Why would the government allow a United States senator to be so frustrated? We heard this from both sides of the aisle. Now that brings me to the point that whatever these drones are doing, the government really doesn't want us to know. What that must mean is they're more concerned with us getting knowledge and being afraid of that information than having no knowledge and having all these questions. That's why I'm worried about it. It must be something going on that they can't tell us because they are so fearful of what the public's going to do when they hear what the drones are doing. There's no way the Department of Defense does not know what's going on. We have not heard. Have we heard one word from the Department of Defense? Zero.
Unbelievable. And you are calling for a limited state of emergency and a ban on flying drones, like you and I just talked about a moment ago. The FAA has already imposed no-fly zones. The drones are still in the air. Nothing is.
No, I do not want them to ban flying drones. I think that we should put our own drones up in the sky. Is what I think. That's what I think. We should have our own drones up there. People who own drones should fly up there and see exactly what these government-operated drones are doing and why they're doing it. I firmly believe that this is ran by the federal government. 100%. I believe it with all my heart. I'm going to show you a video in a second I got it. 1 second. Let me show you this. Let's finish this and I go to the next one.
Done. How would what you're calling for change the situation? Obviously, whoever is putting these drones in the air isn't really caring about these warnings.
Well, I'm not sure about that because who's ever putting the drones in the air they're not violating the law.
Whoever? What are you talking about, dude? It's the federal government, or they would be shooting them down.
So if we put that in effect, we would see whether or not these individuals who are setting them up are bold enough to violate the law. Right now, why should they stop, assuming they're a private entity? I never would believe that this is a private entity, but if so, why do we need, let me ask you a question. Is there some reason we need drones that badly right now in the air when people are panicking? Shut them down. FAA should shut them down. Who are they helping? All they're doing is creating panic.
I agree with you. To that point, what do you want to tell your constituents, Senator?
Continue to put pressure on, and it's not even state officials. I saw Larry Hogan said something the other day. This is the federal government that's not coming clean. And I'm not one of these conspiracy people, but if this continues, you're going to see conspiracy theories that, in my judgment, are create panic.
Of course.
So come clean now. Everyone on both sides of the aisle is asking for this. And I'll tell you something, the citizens deserve.
I mean, I think this should be amendment number 9. The federal government should be sued under amendment number 9 because Article 4 of the Constitution is incomplete. So Article 4 of the U.S. Constitution establishes the relationship between the states and the federal government and outlines how new states join the union, including 4 sections. Full faith and credit requires states to respect laws, public records. So in other words, if you get married in New Jersey, then you're still married in New Hampshire. If you have a contract for a job in Rhode Island, that contract is valid in New York. Privileges and immunities require states to protect the rights of citizens from other states and not discriminate against them. In the privileges and immunities, there should have been a transparency clause in here between the states and the federal government, that the federal government has to be transparent with state government so that we know what's going on. Admissions clause gives Congress the power to admit new states to the union. Guarantee clause ensures that each state is run as a representative democracy and protects states from foreign invasion or violent uprising. Article 4 also includes the extradition clauses, which require the second state of a fugitive passes through them to return them to the state where the crime was committed. The fugitive clauses. And you know, we're going to get into, when I start teaching constitutional law scholar, we're going to get in more to the Fugitive Slave Act, the Missouri Compromise, all kinds of stuff. Preparing now. So this says aliens in Phoenix, Arizona. Watch until the end. Do you know what shot down the orange orb? Orange orb? Is that a drone? UFO? What do you think? So that's in Arizona. They're seeing this in Arizona. That's a drone for sure. At the end, this thing's going to get shot out of the sky. Do you see that? Whoa. What is that? It's going down. Boom. Where did it land? Where did it land? That's what I want to see, is where it landed. And this is, I haven't covered any of this, but if you take a look at this headline, Israel has been relentlessly bombing the coastal city of Tartous for hours. But the reason I'm showing you this is because look at that bomb. As you guys know, I'm of Jewish descent, so I am not against the Jewish people. I think the Jewish government is disgusting and inhumane, just like I think that the same thing about Hamas. But dropping these kinds of bombs on people, look how big that, it caused a 3.0 earthquake. That is such a big bomb that it caused a 3.0 earthquake. Look at that. And then the aftershock goes flying right through there. This says, when I get a domestic violence call involving women or children, and this is some copper. I got to unpause the music here. Let's hear what he says. Just so, and this is in First Responder Cringe on Reddit. And First Responder Cringe, if you guys are unfamiliar with it, it has all kinds of just the cringiest stuff that cops do. You know, it's just, but the thing is they always play ridiculous music, so I can't play it. Oh, that's First Responder Cringe. So now you know what exactly that is, and it is just absolutely disgusting. disgusting. I mean, it's just all so. Let me give away a free trifold. Who needs a trifold but cannot afford one? Because Dewey came in and bought a trifold, so I'm going to give a trifold away. If you email me, deletelaws@gmail, said they are HPG nuclear detection drones, said they send out electromagnetic waves to detect threats like dirty bombs. Not sure if that's true. I've heard that. Where is Chevy? Where are you at, Chevy? Where are you at? I don't see you in the chat. Plead the Fifth was here earlier. Gotcha. Ripple effect, brother. I have covered your video a couple of times, man. Yeah, it's just a 3.0 earthquake. And Clown Patrol said, Clown Patrol, I didn't get your mailing address. I've already mailed to you twice, but I'm going to mail to you again. So I want to get those cop cards out to you. I agree with you. May the Lord protect Israel. May the Lord protect the Palestinian people. I'm with you. I'm for peace. I am not for peace. Chevy! I am for peace. I am not for war. Oh man. So this guy died. You know what we're seeing, and we're seeing it constantly. We're seeing that the police are being exposed. A good portion of police are child predators. We're seeing it all over the country.
A South Simcoe police officer has been charged with 9 counts of discreditable conduct. That is Constable Paul Catlin, seen here in file footage from South Simcoe Police. He's a 15-year member of the service. Last October, police received a complaint from the Office of the Independent Police Review that he was involved in a sexual assault of a woman. The Special Investigations Unit invoked their mandate, and Catlin was placed on administrative duties. The SIU says it was not able to proceed with criminal charges, but determined that a Police Service Act investigation was warranted. The Barrie Police Service was called in to investigate and charged the officer with 9 counts of discreditable conduct involving 2 complainants. Catlin made his first tribunal appearance this morning and will appear again in November. Now, South Simcoe Police Chief John Van Dyke issuing this statement tonight that reads in part that while they can't comment on the specifics of the charges before the tribunal, transparency and accountability are fundamental to maintaining public trust. We acknowledge that an officer from South
I'm
Simcoe
sorry.
Police
I apologize. So transparency and accountability are fundamental to maintaining public trust.
to maintaining public trust. Tribunal, transparency and accountability are fundamental to maintaining public trust.
Oh my God, what a load of shit. Put a 1 in the chat if there's no transparency and there's no accountability. Put a 1 in the chat if there is absolutely no accountability and transparency. And the cops will pick and choose who they run out of the department and say, look, this guy's a bad cop because he didn't toe the thin blue line, like that woman cop. You know, we don't like cops. I don't respect cops. Are there good people who sign up to be cops? I think that there are. There were good guards at the Clark County Detention Center. 8 out of 10 were dog shit, jackboot thug pigs. But there was 2 out of 10 that were good. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Transparency and accountability are fundamental to maintain public trust. You sure about that? You sure about that? Because you've lost our trust. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if the cops have lost your trust. If you no longer trust them at all. Big shout out to my boy, Daniel Bratton. Thanks, Daniel Bratton. Holy smokes, man. A bunch of gifted memberships. Holy smokes. Roger Lane just gifted off 10 memberships. Jilly V. Love you, Jilly. Thank you. Just gifted out 5 memberships. AMG Stealth came through and gifted out 20 memberships. Holy smokes. Roger, Jilly, AMG Stealth. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. You know, do me a favor, hit the like button, double tap on your phone if you're watching it. I'm super happy that we don't stop. We don't stop. If they kick me off YouTube, I will emerge somewhere else. We don't stop. Remember, I got kicked off TikTok 10 times now. Millions and millions of subscribers on TikTok, booted off every time. So we don't stop. And it's folks like AMG and Jilly and Roger Lane. Thank you guys so much for your support. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. F, so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. We'll continue to let them spin their dog shit.
We acknowledge that an officer from South Simcoe Police Service has been charged with discreditable conduct under the Police Services
With
Act.
discreditable? No, it's SA. It's SA of a child. He's a child predator, not discreditable conduct. Do you see this right here? Do you see this right here? It says he got charged with discreditable. It says right there, discreditable conduct. No. SAing sexual assault on a child is not discreditable. It's criminal. It's disgusting. From my perspective, if you get caught molesting a kid, cut it off. Cut that sucker right off. Cut that sucker right off. Cut it off.
I want to emphasize our commitment to holding both our officers and civilians to the highest standards of professional conduct. We'll surely continue to follow that story here on CTV Barrie.
So then, if you get into it, Police Constable Paul Catling, facing 9 counts of SA involving 2 complainants, has died. No information on the cause of death. What a load of poop in his pants. He offed himself. Sydney Heffer asked I wonder if Chile will ever trust cops again. Not until we take away the chaining process. Not until we reach a level of digital detainment where you say, hey, you're being detained. You're on camera. Can you stay within this area? If you agree to this, we're not going to chain you. Hey, you're under arrest. Do you want to be digitally arrested and get in the back of the car? Or do we need to tackle you and chain you up? When the policies, procedures, and protocols are changed, Sydney, at that point, I will be able to respect the man who signs up to be the cop. Right now, it's impossible. It's impossible. Discreditable. He was SAing children. He was SAing children. And the statement they said is it's discreditable. Okay, so then, was it Sydney? Sydney, you asked a question, and I want to get even more. I've come up with good words before, but this one, oh man. Hey, you guys, I just want to say thank you again for gifting out those memberships. I super appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. And there's people all around this country who feel the same way we do. Listen, Angie, I'm back. I wasn't back until I could control my own diet. And now I don't need to keep eating whatever the hell I want because I couldn't eat what I wanted in jail. That part's over for me. So I feel like I got my life back, essentially. It's like, ripple effect, everybody. Thanks for coming, Ripple. Appreciate you, brother. This guy's dead.
An allegation.
So now Sydney said, I wonder if Chile will ever be able to respect cops again. And then people say to me, they say, hey, Chile, what about homicide detectives? Don't you respect homicide detectives? You say ACAB, all cops are bastards, but don't you respect the cops who investigate murder? They're the same as everybody else. Thanks, April. Thanks, honey. They're the same as the cops who investigate murder are just, and read this right here. Kristen Lobata released from prison 16 years after wrongful conviction. But just wait, there's more.
An allegation made by somebody falsely has power just in the making of it. And when a person is in a position of trust, you make that allegation, even if it's totally false, it has consequences.
A wrongful conviction, an exoneration, and a major settlement. That has been Kristen Lobato's life over the past 2 decades after being accused in a gruesome murder. Now, nearly a quarter of a century later, a federal jury has awarded her millions of dollars in restitution. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Latoya Silman. Jim has the night off. Our attorneys say that this is only one part in getting her quest for justice. And our News 3's George Acosta joins us now in studio with more on the story. George?
Well, Lobato was just 18 years old when she was arrested here in our valley for the 2001 murder of Duran Bailey. But now at the age of 41, her attorneys say with her awarded $34 million, she can finally begin
$34 million, and she's been in jail since she was 18.
To rebuild the decades-long parts of her life they say she was robbed of.
To lose all of that time away from family and friends, lose the ability to pursue a career, lose the ability to have biological children. She's going to be 42 tomorrow. And it's just a tremendous loss in terms of time and the ability to have, built her life over the
She's going to be dead within 6 months.
last 23 years.
Attorneys for Lobato say while $34 million is a large lump sum, no monetary value amounts to the damage she's been put through after spending 16 years behind bars when convicted twice for the murder, both in 2002 and 2006. Lobato's lawsuit claims she had been wrongfully targeted by Las Vegas Metro Police after having defended herself against an unrelated rape attempt over a month prior to Bailey's murder. However, new evidence presented by the New York Innocence Project in 2017 granted Lobato's January 2018 release.
They presented scientific evidence showing that she could not have been in Vegas at the time, or that she wasn't in Vegas at the time, and that this information about the man's time of death, which was the time when she was somewhere else. She was in Panaca, Nevada, which is 3 hours away.
So she was in another part of the state that was 180 miles away.
With the exoneration and certificate of innocence from the Nevada.
So there's the bird cages. Hold on a minute.
Nevada, which is 3 hours away.
With
This is what Riverside was talking about. You see that? You see how the door opens to the dorm, and now they got these bird cages up here, up on the second level, and they're, but apparently there was 32 people in the little room for him, and then there was a common area. So this isn't the exact setup. 32-person room is bigger than these two little rooms, or these two little rooms right here.
The exoneration and certificate of innocence from the Nevada state courts, Lobato's attorneys say while there may be some victory for their client, they say there is still a piece of justice that has yet to be served.
The police should be arrested. The detectives should be arrested and charged.
These two detectives decided. They decided. She did it. And once they made that decision, and once they wrote reports that said that, there was no looking back. And that corrupted the entire system.
So I'm going to get into a little bit more, but I'll let it keep playing. Hold on.
There's some things that we still don't have, which is an apology. We don't have an admission.
After hearing the verdict, Lobato issued a statement saying, quote, "I'm so grateful to my attorneys, Lovey and Lovey, for taking my case when no one else would help me and for working so hard on it."
She was.
So let me take a look. See that right here? I'm so grateful to my attorneys, Lovey and Lovey, for taking my case when no one else would help me, for working so hard on it. So to Team DLZ, to Lou, to Chevy, to Milena, to Roger, to Death Angel, to Plead the Fifth, to Clown Patrol, to Jonathan Rogers, to Brent, that's what we do. When nobody else will help, how many people are going to call out for Riverside Accountability for someone to donate an iPhone? How many people are going to put money on the books of Craig Henry? How many people are going to put money on the books of Don Newman? That's what you do. That's what we do on Team DLZ. Nobody would take her case. She was sitting in a dungeon for a murder she did not commit. But when she was 18, nobody would help her. No lawyers would help her. Then, as she's wrongfully convicted for 16 years, Lovey and Lovey take her case. And now she's free and she's going to be rich. I'm afraid she's going to die, kill herself from some sort of, or be taken advantage of or killed or overdose or something like that. $34 million for someone who doesn't have an education, has lived in a dungeon for 16 years from 18 years old. I think I have fear for her safety. But I want you guys to read this and understand something, that you as Team DLZ, what you guys do, you guys who donate, Roger Lane so far donated 30 memberships, AMG Stealth, Rising Tides, all you guys. Chris Allen, good to see you. Bruce donates on every one. Salt Shaker, F, I see you in here, F. All of you guys who help other people. What the haters don't understand is that us putting money on Don Newman's books, we might be the only people who are helping her. Us making sure that we help Craig Henry. Us making sure we help Riverside Accountability. People need people. You need people. All of you, thank you all for helping me when I was in jail. Thank all of you for helping me so much. Because of you, I won the appeal. And I did not do that by myself.
Case when no one else would help me, and for working so hard on it.
She was relieved, she was happy, I mean, it's been a long battle, and this experience was such a different experience for her than
It's so weird. Is this a mother-son or a couple? Because she's a little bit older than him, but I guess they're about the same age. You can see they look about the same age. I guess they're a couple.
her criminal trials. She
Or
felt
that's Liz Wang. That's not Lovey and Lovey.
seen and respected.
Now, in addition to the $34 million, the jury also awarded Lobato $10,000 additional in punitive damages against the 2 detectives involved.
2 detectives for putting her in prison for 16 years have to pay $10,000, which will be covered by the Las Vegas Policemen's Protection Association.
Involved in the case, but for now,
it's just disgusting. We're gonna watch one more of these about her.
Of course, they intentionally framed her, and that's what the jury saw. And like we said during closing statements, verdict in Latin means to speak the truth.
Okay, so
And
I'm gonna play this one more time. Listen to this. Listen to what she says here.
of course, they intentionally framed her, and that's what the jury saw. And like we said during
Okay,
closing.
of course, they intentionally framed her. So this is what I will do when I run for governor and I win. Whether I start off in the legislature or I start off in the Senate or the House, I will introduce a bill into committee that says that if you fabricate evidence as a cop, it's a felony. It's a criminal charge. I will put a bill into the House that says that if you get sued for a federal civil rights violation and you lose that civil rights lawsuit, you lose your peace officer certificate. That's why they're so scared of me. That's why I have so many people who, oh, Chili's bad. He's such a terrible person. Because when I get in, I will create legislation that holds these dirty cops accountable and props up the good cop. But the good cop is only going to be propped up when he arrests the bad cop. I will completely change the culture of policing from the top down. Wait till you guys see what I've created. Wait till you see what I've actually created. There's only one of me. I wish I had more hours in a day. I will pass legislation that will punish cops for fabricating or planting evidence, felony, Police Brutality Code 101. So it's a felony. And if you lose a federal civil rights loss case, you lose your peace officer certificate and you can't get one in any other state. That's what I will do as governor. And that's what has to happen, or we're going to maintain the exact same thing.
Closing statements, verdict in Latin means to speak the truth, and that's what the jury did here today.
Lawyers for a woman wrongfully convicted reacting to a jury's $34 million verdict.
Now I'm showing you this one because the reporter is actually going to approach the 2 pigs who set her up.
Kirsten Lobato sued Metro along with 2 police.
8 News down more than.
No idea what the rest of my life is going to look like. All I know is what the past has looked like, and it was pretty bad.
Pretty bad barely begins to describe what Kirsten Lobato went through from the age of 18. Barely an adult and all of 100 pounds when police arrested her for the murder of this homeless man, Duran Bailey. They said she beat him and stabbed him to death and cut off his penis because they'd heard Lobato had been the victim of an attack where she, in the worst kind of coincidence possible, had also stabbed at her attacker's genitals. And she says the police detectives who she sued in federal court should have known and could have done better. Do you think
These are the pigs right here. There's a shot of the pigs. There they are right there. Those pigs set her up. Those are the pigs right there. I'm not sure which one. I think this one's the lawyer and these are the 2 pigs right here. I don't know if this is the lawyer. I'm going to allege that I think this one back here, this tall one, I think he's one of the pigs that did it to her.
Police detectives who she sued in federal court should have
Yeah,
known.
that's the lawyer right here on the left. And these are the 2 pigs.
Attacker's genitals.
There's the 2
And she
pigs
said-
right there. This pig right here and this pig right here. See, as governor, I will charge them. I will get them charged with felonies. And whether or not they don't get criminally prosecuted, if they lose the federal civil rights lawsuit, which they lost here, then they lose their badge. Do you see? Get those bad pigs off the street. I'm just incensed. And this is Las Vegas again.
Says the police detectives who she sued in federal court should have known and could have done better. Do you think you were framed intentionally?
I don't know if it was
You bet your
intentional.
ass it was intentional.
I can't speculate.
Yes, you can.
Yes. It seems so. It seems likely.
We have to ask a couple questions.
I can't
Look at Mr. Lovey over here. He can't help but just throw it right in.
speculate.
The answer is yes.
It seems so. It seems likely.
So he did a full investigation and proved to a court of law that they set her up.
To ask a couple questions. We really do.
Okay, well, we're not going to answer any this time.
Okay.
I would not have respected him. I would have walked right over to those cops and stuck the microphone right in their face and said, "Why'd you do it, you dirty pig?"
Thank you.
All right, guys, we have to ask a couple questions. We really do.
Okay, well, we're not going to answer any this time.
Okay.
But thank you.
All right, guys, I'm sorry, but we just have to ask you if you intentionally framed Kirsten Lobato. Detectives.
He's not very aggressive.
Detectives were mum after trial, but they both testified, questioned extensively about evidence they used against Lobato and things they ignored that pointed to her innocence. And in October, a state court issued Lobato this certificate of innocence, which was the subject of this letter from the sheriff, Kevin McMahill, and District Attorney Steve Wolfson, asking for an investigation into Lobato for representations her attorney made about using the certificate as leverage in the federal case.
Let me hear that again here. I'm kind of confused here.
This things they ignored that questioned extensively about evidence they used against Lobato.
They were questioned extensively about evidence they used against her.
And things they ignored that pointed to her innocence.
Things that they ignored that pointed to her innocence.
And in October, a state court issued Lobato this certificate of innocence.
So in October, they issued a certificate of innocence. And it says, matter of wrongful petitioner Kristen Blaze Lobato filed this action for relief on December 13th pursuant to NRS 41-900, which provides for compensation of persons who were wrongfully convicted in prison. The court finds pursuant, Lobato was convicted on May 8th, 2002. She's been in jail since, following a jury trial of first-degree murder. So the jury convicted her because of the bullshit evidence and SA penetration of a dead human. What? Wow. After the Nevada State Supreme Court reversed the conviction, Lobato was set free.
Which was the subject of this letter from the sheriff, Kevin McMahill, and District Attorney Steve Wolfson, asking for an
investigation. Let me go back so I can get
this letter from the sheriff.
I'm writing to discuss a recent development in Lobato's case, particularly issuance of a certificate of innocence and its potential implications of a pending federal civil rights lawsuit. Judge Barnish granted the certificate of innocence for Lobato based on a settlement agreement between your office and Lobato's attorney, who's represented her in a federal case against the two former detectives. So they're no longer pigs. They should be put in prison. Put a 1 in the chat if those two cops should be put in prison. Put a 1 in the chat if those two cops should be put in prison. Put a 1 in the chat if those two cops should be put in prison. You dirty fucking pigs, dude. My blood is boiling. I can feel it. I can feel the anger boiling through my system. You dirty fucking pigs. You set her up and you ruined her life at 18 years old. Fucking scumbags, dude. You scumbag pigs. Burn in hell. Really. You know, and I have said some things that I wish I hadn't said publicly, but some things that I've said publicly, in my heart, it's exactly how I feel. I'm not supposed to say it out loud, but that's exactly how I feel. What's yellow goes 60 miles an hour and screams. A bus full of trolls going over a cliff. What's 1,000 trolls at the bottom of the ocean? A good start. You fucking pigs. And you pig suckers just make me sick, make me want to vomit.
Kevin McMahill and District Attorney Steve Wolfson, asking for an investigation into Lobato for representations her attorney made about using the certificate as leverage in the federal case.
To mention the letter.
An assertion Lobato's attorney...
Oh, man, he's aggressive, dude. And these guys are in Las Vegas.
...as leverage in the federal case.
To mention the letter.
An assertion Lobato's attorney, David Owens, strongly rejected.
David Owens? I thought it was Lovey and Lovey.
We have a problem. So, Mr. Elected DA, Mr. Sheriff, if you want to talk to me about the things that I did for my client, you absolutely can. You're going to hear from me, for sure.
With Lovato.
I love it. I love it.
Lobato's attorney, David Owens, strongly rejected.
We have a problem. So, Mr. Elected DA, Mr. Sheriff, if you want to talk to me about the things that I did for my client, you absolutely can. You're going to hear from me for sure.
He's not done. There's more money to come.
With Lobato's criminal case behind her and this civil trial wrapping up earlier this week, it's anyone's guess at this point how much of that $34 million she'll actually get or whether the police will appeal. Reporting at the federal courthouse in downtown Las Vegas, Kyle Payne, 8 News Now.
We asked Metro Police for a statement earlier this afternoon and have not heard anything back. You can see all of Kyle's reporting on Lobato's federal trial over on our website.
Well, here's the $1 million question. Here's the $1 million question. If you set somebody up and they went to prison for 16 years, and then later it was determined that you lied and said she was in Vegas when she was 180 miles away, as soon as the certificate of innocence was issued, you'd be arrested and you'd go to jail. Why aren't these two jackboot thug pigs being arrested? Because it's a corrupt blue line thug police state system. That's what it is. It's a jackboot thug pig organization. We're living in a police state, prison state, death state. That's what we're living in right now. I'll tell you what, God. I tell you what, you son of a bitch. I tell you what. Ooh. Woo! How you feeling? How you feeling, huh? I feel mad. I feel angry. I feel like I want to just gorilla, just these fucking pigs, dude. Put her in prison I was in prison for jail for 4 months and it was hell. It was hell. Could you even imagine 16 years? Could you imagine 16 years? God, just makes me fucking sick. Jennifer Hill's here, everybody. Good to see you, Jennifer Hill. Thanks for coming. Ken is here. What is going on? I think Lovey and Lovey is a name given for her affection to her lawyers. I don't think so. Can someone look it up? What was this? Let's just take a look, because I could watch this guy tell the sheriff off 20 times. David Owens. Can you guys look him up real fast? Can you look him up and look up Lovey and Lovey? Hey, Plead the Fifth, you're super good at research. Plead the Fifth is awesome. Absolutely awesome. You guys have no idea. Houston Hot Dog is in here. What would JD say? Tell you what, you dirty rat jackboot thug pig, I'm going to get a hold of you, send my dog after you. And then when he rustles your ass out, I'm going to pop a cap in your ass, boy. I tell you what. Oh, got to go, William. Thanks for coming, brother. Thanks for coming. Listen, do not time, moderators, listen, do not time anybody out unless they are a fucking asshole. Do not time people out and don't block them unless they're a fucking dick beyond all dickheadness. You can tell because they start to troll a little more and then they'll start with the heavy dickhead stuff. Ban them forever. I don't give a fuck about these trolls at all whatsoever. They can burn in hell. I'd like to watch them burn in hell. That's how much I truly, if there was a revolution, I don't know if I'd be fighting against the government. I'd just go find trolls and cap them all off. Piece of shit, losers, bastards, scumbags, scumbag piece of shit. You dirty. I just wish for a minute I'd get a hold of you and just tear you from limb to limb, figuratively speaking, of course. David Owens, Plead the Fifth. Come on, boy. Come on. Go. Make your move or don't. Okay. He didn't want to make his move. He's down there scratching on my leg, but he doesn't want to make his move. David Owens, Lovey and Lovey. Oh, no. My wife called me an asshole today. Am I out now? And then Danny Davis said, copsuckers are the reason the corrupt system does business as usual. It's also who prosecution loves to have on the jury are copsuckers. April Rain, AMG Stealth, what is going on? I got another video. So I want to look this guy up because I'm going to Vegas for Christmas. David Owens. I would love to talk to this guy because I still have not sued those pigs yet for wrongfully incarcerating me.
Report says that some Worcester police officers have repeatedly been allowed to engage in sexual misconduct and use excessive force.
Cut. That's the end of the tape right there, everybody. Thanks for coming. Have a great night.
Report says that some Worcester police officers have repeatedly been allowed to engage in sexual misconduct and use excessive force. The Justice Department released a 41-page report on Monday.
So Worcester, Massachusetts. I was there in 2022. I walked around and I told the parents, protect your children from the cops because they are predators. I was in Worcester, Massachusetts when I said that. A lot of people said to me that I was a bad guy telling parents to tell their children that cops are dangerous and bad and that they'll be arresting them later. See, parents always think it's so cute. Hey, bring little Johnny here. And little Johnny comes up and, hey, meet Officer Dickhead. And so they bring up little Johnny and Officer Dickhead's like, oh, Johnny, you're so cute. Good to see you, Johnny. And Johnny's like, 8, 10 years old, right? What you don't know when you're doing that as the parent, you're setting your kid up to be arrested. Yeah, because if that pig is still a pig when your kid is like 14, 15, 16, then he sees him out and he goes, hey, Johnny, what's going on? Officer Dickhead wants to arrest your kid. Everybody gave me such a hard time when I was in Worcester, Massachusetts, warning parents that the cops there are predators. They will prey on your child and they will SA your child. And now listen to this.
The report says that some Worcester police officers have repeatedly been allowed to engage in sexual misconduct and use excessive force. The Justice Department released a 41-page report on Monday. It says that some officers in Worcester have been allowed to engage in sexual contact with women suspected of being involved in the commercial sex trade. The Justice Department says the 2-year investigation also found officers used excessive force, including unjustified uses of tasers and police dogs during investigations. A lawyer representing the WPD said the department cooperated with the investigation, but called the report unfair, inaccurate, and biased.
What's unfair, inaccurate, and biased about it?
3 Billings.
What is it? What's unfair, inaccurate, and biased? 3 Billings officers are on leave as county attorney launches review of their case. So the county attorney works with them. Are you guys seeing this? I just want to point this out real fast. Everybody welcome Not Me Here. Welcome to Team DLZ. I got another video up on teamdlz.com. We print that graphic tomorrow. I finished it. So that graphic, if you guys are watching the videos on Team DLZ, it just shows the background of what I'm doing. And I appreciate your support so much. Thank you guys for Team DLZ. I really appreciate you because it gives me a little outlet. But anyway, the point is everybody welcome Not Me Here. Everybody welcome Not Me Here. So then Brent just said it. Anybody noticing a pattern? He said it right there. Okay, so look, I didn't cue this video up. Every day, there's so many cops who are raping, murdering, killing, wrongfully prosecuting, planting evidence. We're seeing it day in and day out. These dirty jackboot thug pigs are ruining our country. We have no trust in our government. And why do we have no trust in our government? Because the first line are the cops. And most of us, put a 1 in the chat if you don't trust cops at all whatsoever. If you trust them, 0. If you trust them less than 0, put a 1 in the chat. Less than 0. I trust them less than 0. Chevy, I trust them less than 0. Cope Dog, I trust them less than 0. BZ Watchdog, Michael Eline, I trust the cops less than 0. Do you? I don't trust them at all. I don't trust him at all whatsoever. What? Said, my grandfather was one of the soldiers that shot at deputies in Athens, Tennessee in 1946 during the uprising. What? That's amazing, brother. Oh, we're not done, Pig Patrol. We're not done. I just got a partial summary judgment on one of my federal civil rights lawsuits. We're going to file another one over the Christmas break. You guys are going to watch me do it in Las Vegas. I'm going to file another federal civil rights lawsuit. It is unbelievable. We are making progress slowly but surely. Here's another video that I didn't even have queued up.
Police officers are on administrative leave for alleged misconduct. It all revolves around a 2023 traffic stop, which led to a search, and 2 of the 3 officers involved allegedly turned off their body cameras. Well, now close to 200 cases.
Now, I want you to listen to this part because I've created a solution for this. Listen.
2023 traffic stop, which led to a search, and 2 of the 3 officers involved allegedly turned off their body cameras.
I have created a solution for that.
Well, now close to 200 cases those officers were involved in are under review and possibly in jeopardy. MTN's David J. has more.
In May of 2023, officers found fentanyl in a vehicle in this area. Some of this activity, according to court documents, may have happened a little bit farther north of here. The county attorney's office moved to dismiss the case, saying obtaining consent to search the vehicle may have been deceptive, and that may impact other cases.
The potential effect is big. Court documents state that on or about May 1st of 2023, 3 officers responded to a traffic stop here at the intersection of North 22nd and 11th Avenue North. Those officers obtained consent to search the vehicle, but it's how they obtained that consent that's now triggered an investigation.
My client had suggested to me that she felt that there was officer misconduct.
Tyler Duggar represents the woman at the center of that search. She was facing a felony charge of criminal possession of dangerous drugs. He says body camera footage tells a troubling story.
I felt that the conduct I saw was problematic and concerning, and not something
but not criminal. He didn't say, but not criminal.
Body camera footage tells a troubling story.
Troubling story? You mean body camera shows crimes committed by police? How about that?
That the conduct I saw was problematic and concerning.
You got to lick your lips, bro. You got a little spittle right there. Tyler Duggar, defense attorney.
And not something that the officers in question would do well on when it came to cross-examination.
No one is saying exactly what was captured on that video, but it was enough to get the case dismissed and to prompt a review of almost 170 cases handled by officers Matthew Beistlein, Ian Busta, and Blaine Lane.
Well, then why?
Handled by officers Matthew Beistlein.
Matthew Beistlein.
Ian
Busta.
And Blaine Lane.
And Lane Lane or Glenn Lane?
One officer telling 2 other officers, how he's deceitful in getting consent to search. That certainly goes towards his credibility.
Joe Zavatsky represents 2 clients with cases involving at least one of the officers as a witness.
Part of that decision is if you take out that person's testimony, can the case still move forward? Does the state still have enough to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they still have their case?
Billings Police Chief Rich St. John is not commenting on the investigation, nor his decision to place all 3 officers on paid leave. He did provide MTN this statement, saying in part, a comprehensive internal investigation looking at potential misconduct is underway. The seriousness of the allegation required I put them on leave out of an abundance of caution.
As investigations are completed, the specific instances of problematic behavior will come to light.
In Billings, David J., MTN News.
Well, we don't know exactly which cases are now being reviewed. We do know that officers Beistlein, Lane, and Busta have been involved in several high-profile investigations. In November of 2022, Officer Blaine Lane shot a woman inside the Billings Clinic emergency room after she allegedly pointed a handgun at a nurse and then pointed the weapon at herself. That woman survived. Officer Matthew Beistlein let us shadow him on the job for this story in 2023. He was also one of several law enforcement officers who opened fire on 35-year-old Curtis Yellowtail in May of 2022 after Yellowtail allegedly pointed a gun at officers during a standoff. Yellowtail was killed. And the jury concluded that shooting was justified.
Allegedly. He allegedly did. These guys are dirty, man.
2022 after Yellowtail allegedly pointed a gun at
look, he's now take a look at him. We know he's a dirty jackboot thug pick. We know that. We know he is. We know. I mean, their own people are turning on them, meaning that they become such a problem or they piss other people off in the gang. But if you took a look at him right there, right? If this pig showed up where you were, everybody around you would tell you that this is a good guy. You should respect him. He's salt of the earth. He's a good officer. He's a good police officer. They would tell you that this piece of shit right here was a good guy. I mean, am I wrong? They would say, okay, so Freeman Keys, you need help to be able to get gifted memberships? Okay. Okie dokie. But I just want you guys to understand something, that this guy right here is celebrated. Before we knew he was a jackboot thug pig, right? He was celebrated and he was respected and he's a good person and he's a good cop. And we see it time and time and time again that they are not, that they can't be trusted, and you should not trust the police at all, ever.
Officers during a standoff. Yellowtail was killed, and the jury concluded that shooting was justified. And we know less about Officer Busta. This is him being sworn in 2020. MTN requested disciplinary records for all 3 officers, but that request was denied. However, the Billings Gazette did obtain disciplinary reports and says all 3 have been disciplined over the past 4 years.
They've been disciplined? Did they get charged with the crimes that they did? Did they get put in torture cuffs? Did they get jail time?
Violating BPD policy. There is, of course, another side to this story, and a lot that we do not know.
Here comes the state-run media reporter.
The 3 officers have been advised not to speak publicly just yet, pending the outcome of the investigation. We did reach out to the police union, which tells us the position.
The position of the Billings Police Officers Union is that a presumption has been made and proliferated prior to the establishment of facts. The union body will respond further when the matter is concluded. So they're just going to back the cops no matter what, as usual.
The Billings Police Officers Labor Union is that a presumption has been made and proliferated prior to the establishment of facts. The union body will respond further when the matter is concluded.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. Did another video popped up? Let me jump in here real quick. We're just living in dystopia. We're just living in dystopia. Yeah, yeah, I'm just going through it, man. Just going through it. JJ Diesel Cowboy Traveler 79 Smith. That's a great username, brother. I'm just going to a bowl of stew. I'm going to a bowl of stew as I watch. He's a psychopath. Hello, Busta Crimes. And then this is a good comment from Based Chad Thunderjock. Based Chad Thunderjock. In the hierarchy of corruption, pigs are like down near 6th level. There's stacks of evil above them. Let's just keep that very clear, right, Chili? You still want to be a governor? Oh, no, I don't want to be a governor. Based Chad Thunderjock. I will be governor, or a legislator, or city council member. I will get into government and get into a position of power and change the police policies of chaining us up, torture cuffing us, shooting us with electricity, beating us with sticks. I will create digital detainment and digital arresting. I promise you, Chad. Promise you. I will not stop. I'm not sure if you guys can tell or not. But something happened. I got my stride back. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you how. Right after Thanksgiving, I got sick. And I was like, man, I got to get my shit straight. I just went on a real strict carnivore diet. I've been on a carnivore diet since after Thanksgiving. And I feel like I got my stride back. Bazy, what is going on? Speak the truth, AMG. Speak the truth. So I'm not going to get into the Luigi thing. I mean, I already did this the other day. We talked about it a little bit.
Do it.
Oh, dude. This is the reason I'm showing you this video right here. We've seen this before, but I wanted to show it to you again. Read the bottom of that. A former New Jersey cop is going to jail for brutally assaulting a suicidal patient twice. So in my opinion, there should be police brutality codes. Thunder Chad Jock. So there should be police brutality codes. PB 101, PB 402, PB 601, whatever you want to, whatever code or ordinance or statute, there needs to be police brutality codes so that you can be charged. And here's the thing. When you get charged with the police brutality code, if you lose that, you lose your badge. You lose your license to have a badge. If you have a federal civil rights lawsuit against you and you lose that federal civil rights lawsuit, you lose your badge. You lose the license to have your badge. These are the changes that must happen. And we have to implement them. We have to get them done as I spit everywhere. All right, so watch this again and watch how he smacks this guy laying in the bed.
Do it.
Go ahead.
What? Do it.
Oh, so I get it. So YouTube China, if you put a little YouTube United States government, if you put a little blur over his face getting smacked, then it's okay. Wow. Well, I mean, hopefully we actually get justice. That's the whole key here. You know, that cop, you can't smack someone in the face who's chained to a hospital bed. That was disgusting. Free Luigi. Where is Freeman Keys? Freeman Keys, put a comment up. Hello, plead the fifth. And Donald's a little behind, 27 years. Freeman Keys needs help. Freeman, drop a couple comments and I'll see if I can gift you a membership from my account. And I will, because people gifted out a bunch of memberships today. So yeah, that's oh yeah. Listen, Mark Bench. So we need people like you in our government, Chile. Amen, brother. Chile for president. Amen. It's not that I want power, like, oh, I need power. I'm short, so I need power, which is true. I'm short. So I need power. I want to change the policies, procedures, and protocols of the police. The FBI made a policy that if there's more than $5,000, they seize the money out of those lock boxes in Southern California, in Beverly Hills. They stole those people's money. I watched the whole thing. Don't underestimate the meat, Chile. Don't underestimate the meat. I will run and I will win. Freeman, did you put a comment up? I'm going to see if I can. All right, I see your comment there. Let me jump to the next video. I see you there, Freeman. Let me drop the next video. This is a great one, by the way. This video is. You'll see. You maybe already seen this. This went viral, super viral.
Saying about what? What?
Hello, Lindor, please. Hello. I have a conference with a guy that.
Oh.
He's trying to take pictures of me. He looks illegal. I'm at Walmart. There's a guy illegal. He's illegal. He doesn't speak English. He's coming out of the bushes at Walmart in Lindor. He punked somebody for an outfit. Can you come get him? He's taking a picture of me. He's being weird. He's from Mexico.
Did you hear what she said? He's being weird. He's from Mexico. Let me play that back again. My name is Jose Maria de Castro. So what are you talking about, bitch? He punked somebody for an outfit.
Can you come get him?
Come get him.
He's taking a picture of me. He's being weird.
He's being weird. He's from Mexico. You know, I hate to tell you this, but there's a guy named the Dinesh who I'm not friends with, but the Dinesh is going to track this bitch down. He's going to track her down. That's what he does. He tracks down racists. He's really good at it. The other guy's behind me. He might snap my neck.
Do we live here? Are you from Africa?
Do you live here? Are you from Africa? Boy, this bitch is racist.
I'm from Glendora. truck out of here. He's illegal.
He's illegal. He belongs in Mexico. F you, you piece of shit woman.
The address is Glendora Walmart. Can you Google that before he moves out? Because he's going to take off and he's gone. Can you get a cop over here fast enough? I'm going to block his fucking truck.
Oh, I'm going to block his truck in. Let me jump in here real fast and give you guys a little bit of what I would do if I were you. If I were you, I would not block somebody's car in. You could be charged with kidnapping, which is a felony, 10 years in prison. Do not block somebody's car in. Do not touch somebody else's car. Do not touch another person. If you touch another person, you're going to go to jail. You can't touch another person. You cannot touch another person. Do not touch another person. Trust me on this. Trust me.
I'm going to block the fucker's truck. I'm going to block this fucker's truck that doesn't belong in Glendora. Who are you? Who's this motherfucker that doesn't belong? Do you have a green card?
Oh, man.
No. I don't know who this guy is. How do you know? You know who he is? He works with those guys over there. He came out of the bushes. He works with those guys. Who's those guys? Is it the railroad company? ILB, International Line. Okay, because I don't know this guy. He's videotaping me, and he looks creepy from Mexico. He's speaking broken English, La Migra.
What?
It's not racist.
Wow, it is so racist. Put a 1 in the chat if it is so racist. You don't get to sit there and tell someone there. Our country is a country of immigrants. Now, do we need to stop the anchor babies? Do we need to stop people from coming here because we have such a gigantic illegal immigration problem? Yes, we do. Do we need to go door to door with a SWAT team and get them out? No, we don't. This is where the conservative in me comes to an end. I want to move through and literally have a constitutional amendment that changes it, that if you're born here, you're a citizen here. We need to change that. Things are different from 1789 till now. Things have changed. So I don't agree with that, right? Because all you have to do is have your baby here and then, hey, your baby's American. And that's got to change because it's almost 300 years old. But at the same time, our country, there are towns in America where they only speak Spanish, cities in America where they only speak Spanish, where the main language is Spanish. There are towns where they only speak Arabic. So I don't know what the hell this lady's talking about. This is some seriously racist shit here.
It's not in English, La Migra. That's super racist. It's not racist. It is racist. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I have a friend down the street. No, it's not. No, I've seen a guy beat up. No, it's not racist. My dad is black.
Put a 1 in the chat if her dad is not black. Now, here's the thing. I got a cousin who has a black wife. He's white. And they got a bunch of kids, and all the kids are as white as her. So she could have a black dad, but I don't think so. I think she's reaching so she doesn't come off as completely racist like she is.
My dad is black. I'm not racist.
Your dad is not black.
Guys from Mexico, they punk people, and they fucking don't know everybody's goddamn illegal shit.
What?
Yeah?
No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. They punk people, and they effing don't know.
And they fucking don't know everybody's goddamn illegal shit.
And they effing don't know everybody's goddamn illegal shit.
You understand?
No, I don't understand. That's why I played it back and asked what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. And my dad's black. Don't call me racist, asshole.
Oh, so you can't be. Hold on a minute. You know, and this is, you guys are going to see some conservative in me and you're going to see some liberal in me right now because I'm extraordinarily conservative and extraordinarily liberal. There was an idea put forth a short time ago. Thanks, April Rain, for the gifting of memberships. Super appreciate you. Thank you, Bruce. Mikey, I'm so glad you're back. I haven't seen you in the chat. I haven't seen your name pop up yet, but I want to say thank you to April and thank you for Bruce to gifting memberships. You know, I really appreciate you guys' support. I guess this last few months, you guys have got to see the human in me because I was hurt. You know, I was down. I was fat. I lost all my dough, lost my traction, and you guys have seen the human side of me. But at the same time, I'm reborn now, baby. I'm reborn. It's like a brand new me Can't stop me. But this disgusting bitch right here, she's a racist. So let me play that back because I lost my train of thought.
Mexico, they punk people and they fucking don't know everybody's goddamn illegal shit.
No.
You understand? Yeah. And my dad's black. Don't call me racist, asshole.
Okay, so there was an idea floated by the left of the liberal side that said black people can't be racist. That's not true. You never been in jail before, have you? You never been in jail before. Black people can be racist. So can Mexican people, so can Asian people, so can blue people, so can pink people, so can Polish people, so can Russian people. Any group of people can be racist. When a group of people discriminate against someone else for the color of their skin, that's racism. Who experienced racism? Right here. Where was it? In jail. How bad was it? Horrible. Horrible. It was horrible. The black group of people around me were so racist to me. It was unbelievable. It wasn't until that big dude came in that said, delete laws. I love your shit, bro. And he took a stand for me and stood up for me and said, nobody fucks with him. And I was like, dude, I'm so glad you're here. But black people can be racist too. Black people can be racist too. You know what I mean? And you guys know I love my black people. I got nothing against black folks. I absolutely love the flavor of black people. What, I sound like Jeffrey Dahmer now? I'm back, baby.
Oh, okay. So what?
My family works in law enforcement? Oh, man.
I want to make sure this guy's legit. I don't want him punking some. He can be punking your fucking job, taking your fucking outfit, working to get paperwork. I have all my paperwork.
That is so racist.
Here. My dad's black, asshole.
So it doesn't mean you're not being a racist bitch. You are.
My dad's fucking black. It's not racist, stupid. Don't tell me I'm racist because he's Mexican. My little nephew's Italian, Mexican, and aloha. Stupid fuck. Don't tell me I'm racist.
No, no.
The fucker is coming out of the bushes telling me to move my car.
No, you're racist, chick. You are a racist, B-I-T-C-H.
Because you can't park straight, fucker.
You're racist.
Stupid ass. I want to know who this piece of shit is.
You're racist.
You understand? Who the fuck are you? Do you have a green card? Are you legit? That's all I'm asking.
Why does he? Okay, hold on. Why does he need a green card just because he has a Latino accent? I don't understand. Why does he need a green card? I don't get it at all. I don't understand.
Life. Racist. What are you doing sitting in your fucking car? Get a job. Get his job. He can sit in his fucking
Some people.
And that Mexican, he didn't even chime in. He just let the other guy stick up for him. All right, so let's take a poll. Let's take a poll real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that was some racist ass shit right there. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that was some racist ass shit right there. 1 for me. That was some racist ass shit right there. Is everything racist? No. No, it's not. Can every color be racist? Yes, they can. Blacks, Mexicans, Asians, Filipinos, name it. Name a group of people. Puerto Ricans, everybody can be racist. The idea that the liberals, the left, the hard left pitched this idea about 10 years ago that black people can't be racist because they don't have any power over you. I was in jail. They had a lot of power over me. So you ever been to Philadelphia? Okay. You don't understand. Yeah. Yeah. And Kevin Ludwig said that, yes, she's conditioned racist. Yes, 100%. She's conditioned racist. It's like, the guy standing there filming says nothing. He's the best. Death Angel. Jenna Weeks, she agrees. Yeah, that was some racist ass shit. Wow, everybody's pretty much in agreement. I didn't see anybody disagree. There's no 2s in the chat. It's all 1s. It is all 1s. How do you say your name again? Fazy? Is that what that is? Power inherent to the people. He thought that was racist too. 100%. That was racist, dude. AMG Stealth. There's white people, there's brown people. Douglas Howard said it was racist. That was racist. That was racist. Canamaniac. That was just. I still can't get over her calling Hawaiian aloha. Where was that? I saw it. I should have stopped and gone back on that. Sorry, I didn't. But let me just play that back. Where was it?
I'm not racist. This guy's from Mexico. They punk people. And they fucking don't know everybody's goddamn illegal shit. You understand?
No, I don't.
And my dad's black. Don't call me racist, asshole. My family works in law. Oh, okay. So what? I want to I don't want him punking some. He can be punking your fucking job, taking your fucking outfit, working to get paperwork. I have all my paperwork over here. My dad's black, asshole. My dad's fucking black. It's not racist, stupid. Don't tell me I'm
There it
racist
is.
because he's Mexican. My little nephews.
My little nephew's, oh, here's what Power Inherent to the People said. My little nephew's Italian.
Italian, Mexican, and aloha. My little nephews.
My little cousin's Spanish, Mexican, and aloha. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no, Xavier. No. So I just had Riverside Accountability in here. Blacks have no power in jail, hence the term prisoner. No, you've never been to jail or prison, I guess. And God bless. Thank God that you haven't spent any time in jail or prison. No, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. Dead wrong. Her nephew's Italian, Mexican, and aloha. Let's listen to it again. Let's listen to it again just for fun. Just for fun.
Over here. My dad's black, asshole. My dad's fucking black. It's not racist, stupid. Don't tell me I'm racist because he's Mexican. My little nephew's Italian, Mexican, and aloha. Stupid fuck. Don't tell me I'm racist. This fucker is coming out of the bushes telling me to move my car because he can't park straight. Fucker.
Here, let me drop this link down in here. And, I've been through some shit on the internet. You guys know that. You guys. My little nephew's Italian, Mexican, and aloha. Love you too, Mark. Love you too, man. Love you too. Depends on who can convince the guards to bring contraband into his power. I swear I'm crying. Power Inherent to the People and Hawaiian. Hilarious. Black people are racist against other black people. Listen, you guys, I got nothing but love for black people. My best friend in the world for 5 years was black as black could be. And now he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, living in New York City. He's a total badass. He's a couple of years older than me. So I love black people. I love white people. I love Asian people. At the same time, though, I despise black supremacy as much as I despise white supremacy. And you guys know I've been through some shit. You guys know. They tried to cancel me, called me a racist. If you look me up online and put Chili DeCastro racist, you'll find a bunch of videos that say I'm racist. So I'm going to put the link for this in the chat. There's the link for that in the chat. There's a guy on YouTube who is the best racist hunter of anybody I've ever seen. He's called the Dinesh. Now, when I was called racist in 2021, they said, oh, he's a closet racist. Really? Okay. Try to cancel me another way. It didn't work. So, but anyway, when I was going through that so we didn't really get over that whole idea that you being labeled a racist was a way to cancel you until 2022. In 2021, it was you got canceled if someone just called you a racist. I researched it and found out that there was no recovering from it. So I gaslit all those fools calling me racist, right? I did that. So there was a guy named the Dinesh. He's a really good racist hunter. He hunts down racists and puts their addresses out, and he's a motherfucker. But anyway, he did a full deep dive research on me and then called me on the phone. And I said, did you find anything racist about me? And he said, no. I said, then why don't you release your report? And he said, I can't. And I said, fuck you, dude. Hung up the phone. I got the phone call recorded. So anyway, the point is, though, the Dinesh is going to see this video. You can go to his channel called The Dinesh. Give him that link and say, hey, Chili sent me. Here's the link. Because he should track this bitch down. She should be exposed. She should be exposed. She walks around believing that being racist is okay, and it's not. It is not okay to be racist. You know, I think until George Floyd was killed, everybody used Enna. You remember? Yo, what's up, my Enna? We don't say that anymore, do we? White people of this color, we don't say my Enna anymore. I mean, some people do, some white people do, but not very many. Not very many. It's few and far between now. because the blacks have taken that word back, which is fine with me. It doesn't make me mad one bit. I stopped listening to gangster rap, which I loved that music, but I don't listen to it anymore because I can't sing the lyrics. So 10-year-old with learning disabilities handcuffed in Texas. I-Team investigates. 10-year-old. 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 Put in torture cuffs. I don't think criminals are quite as horrible as prison is. I think prison is worse than criminals. You know what I mean? I think prison makes people bad. That's what I think. The term is to divide. I totally agree. I'm 1% aloha, by the way. Bruce is out of here. Night, Bruce. I didn't see your. Okay. No. We're only gonna watch the video more and then probably get the flock out of here too. 10-year-old with learning disabilities handcuffed in Texas. Wow. No one emailed me yet for a free trifold. I was waiting for an email from somebody. I ship tomorrow.
I was scared, I was angry, and I was sad.
That is a little fifth grader with special needs speaking out tonight after a police body cam shows the way she was disciplined at school. We need to warn you, overall, the story and some of the video may be disturbing to watch. It's not easy. The little girl's dad, though, contacted the I-Team's Ginger Allen, and Ginger is here now to take the story from there. Ginger?
So, Doug, the family reached out to us because for 2 years, the I-Team and our CBS partners across the country have been investigating case after case after case of young children who do not appear to be posing a threat to anyone, arrested, handcuffed, and restrained at schools. Now this Conroe family is asking how what you are about to see could happen to their fifth grader, especially after a new law was just passed in Texas following all of our stories.
Cameras are rolling as police arrive at Cryer Intermediate School, a few hours south of Dallas. McKenna Lombardo is on the playground with administrators.
That's why I called you, because I didn't know where we were headed.
A police report states they've been called because the 10-year-old was, quote, physically aggressive and throwing markers, and she had pinned her associate principal's arm against a door frame.
Blocked me into the door, which, I followed charges, just so you know. You don't have to
Officers
So they get a call about this little tiny girl who blocked her into a door, and they're going to put her in torture cuffs and arrest her. And he's got stripes on his shoulder, so he's been a pig long enough to know better.
McKenna inside. They stop at the bathroom where the fifth grader refuses to come out. The situation escalates as McKenna starts to walk towards the door and then turns around.
Why not just leave her alone, let her go through her mental episode? She's not hurting anybody. You could have all the cops leave one person, and it'll be just fine.
Let's go. Let's go.
How could you do that? I mean, look at her. She's a little girl. And how could you watch this pig do this to her?
You will come with me, or we will go to juvenile.
Okay, we will.
Then let's go. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
No.
Turn around, put your hands behind your
That term, okay, so that term right there has got to come to an end. Turn around and put your hands behind your back has got to come to an end in a free America. You have to have you need to get the chance to be able to surrender. And even if you don't surrender, you still shouldn't be chained up. There's better ways to restrain people and detain people than chaining them with their arms behind their back by the wrist. It's disgusting, and it has to change. It absolutely has to change.
back. Now you're resistant. Turn around.
Now you're resisting. You're telling a 10-year-old little girl that she doesn't know that equates to a crime.
Hands behind
I'm
your
trying
back.
to go get my shoes.
You're not going to get your shoes.
Wow, what a dick.
Now you'll listen.
Now you'll listen. What an authoritarian dick.
You'll put your hands behind your back.
You'll put your hands behind. Why don't you just ask her if she'll walk outside with you?
I need to go get my shoes.
Why can't she go get her shoes?
I will get your shoes. Put your hands behind your back.
Wow, what a psycho.
In the minutes leading up to this, you repeatedly hear the administrators tell the officers McKenna's dad, Matt Lombardo, is on the way. Lombardo says the school...
Why is he grabbing her like that? She's not a threat to anybody. She can't hurt anybody. Why is he doing this to her?
Knew his daughter had autism.
No way they're going to chain her up, dude.
Medical documents provided
And look
by...
how he's manhandling her. McKenna has been under our care since 2022 September for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. Due to her diagnosis, McKenna exhibits anxiety and impulsive behaviors, which can impact her reactions toward others and situations. Do you have any questions? Call my office.
By him show she is diagnosed with several disorders.
Who's my daddy?
Eventually, you see Lombardo outside, a former police officer himself, begging them to release McKenna from the squad car.
If they'd like her to be released to me, please.
Yeah, of course.
Are you charging her right this second? If you're not charging her right now, are you charging her? She is detained, sir. Okay, you need to release her. No, sir.
Wow, what a psycho pig.
You hear the Conroe ISD officer call the DA's office and discuss filing an assault on a public servant.
Wow, they want to charge her with assault and she's 10 years old?
She assaulted a
Wow, this is crazy. Slammed her on a wall. That's not what she said. She said she blocked her at the door.
Slammed her into
Oh, she said.
wall.
Lombardo eventually sees his daughter driven away in
No
custody.
way, dude. No way. No fucking way. We are absolutely living in a death state, police state, prison state. This is crazy. This is crazy. You fucking pig. May you have the worst in life. May God cast down upon you the worst. You pig. You dirty pig. It's just disgusting. No, sir, I'm not releasing her. I got her in handcuffs. We're going to charge her with assault. And then who's the piece of shit DA? Who is the piece of shit district attorney? Wow. We are living in such dystopia.
He says he assumes she's assaulted an administrator until 1 week later when he watches all of the video.
My anger turned to rage.
Of course.
The No Kids in Cuff law, which passed following our investigation, states a peace officer may not restrain a student enrolled in 5th grade or below unless the student poses a serious risk of harm to the student or another person. Lombardo says the body cameras prove McKenna was not posing an immediate threat to herself or anyone at the time she was handcuffed. But this is what's even more upsetting to him.
She assaulted you. She did assault me.
She assaulted you?
She pinned me up against the door.
She pinned me up against the door? You're a full-grown adult.
Locked the door and my arm happened to be there.
It's conversations you hear about the incident back in the classroom before officers ever arrived.
That's up to you, though, with the arm. If you want to do something like that, that's totally your call.
I mean, if it'll help.
Lombardo believes the officers
Wow, that teacher should be fired. She's a bitch.
repeatedly coerced the teachers as they discussed whether charges should be filed against McKenna.
Did you think about that?
I feel silly doing that. But I
I've
shouldn't.
seen way less.
Oh.
I've seen way less.
And what would the consequences be? Yes.
What would the consequences be?
Well, she's in handcuffs already, so she's going to now. She just gets charged with assault.
Wow. She just gets a charge with assault? Assault on a public servant? You want to start this kid's prison career?
It's like I was in the way.
Even if it was just like I was in the way, the teacher said that she was in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it don't matter. We can just arrest the kid. Who are these horrible teachers? You wonder why we should break up the teachers union? You're looking at it.
They were doing whatever they could in order to solicit a felony charge against a 10-year-old. It's sick. I mean, a special needs 10-year-old.
3 days after the arrest, a second staff member files another assault report stating during the bathroom incident, McKenna, quote, slammed her hands and body into the dispenser, injuring the woman's hand. She states, I yelped because it hurt.
I didn't.
You gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. They filed another charge against this little girl. I mean, I hate to point this out, but these are two white women, and this is the little black girl. I hate to notice that. Gosh, I guess I'm no longer conservative anymore if I point out the fact that this very well could be racist. Why the fuck are you doing this to a 10-year-old little girl? What the fuck is wrong with you? If your blood's not boiling, you're not a human being.
Bathroom incident, McKenna, quote, slammed her hands and body into the dispenser, injuring the woman's hand.
I didn't see
She
any
states,
injury there.
I yelped because it hurt.
I didn't hear her yelp. I didn't hear any injuries that would.
I yelped and body into the dispenser.
This bitch went and filed a charge on her when none of that happened.
Injuring the woman's hand. She states, I yelped because it hurt.
I didn't hear her yelp. I didn't hear any injuries that would have been sustained that would be consistent with what was depicted in the police report, to include all the photographs.
We took the pictures, reports.
Wow, look at these chicks lining up like they've been injured or hurt. There's not a mark on them. There's nothing. There's nothing. They got the little tattoos that they have they play with kids. I've had these little tattoos, little ink things on me. That's her mark? Get out of here. This is some dog shit right here. And where is this exactly? Hold on one second. This is 203 East Conroe, Texas.
And video to the advocacy group. We took the pictures, reports, and
East Conroe. So was it the Conroe Pigs that did this? Okay, there's an email address right there. Can I get any closer? I'm gonna get a screenshot of this. I want to get a hold of these people. And then there's the phone number right there. Wow. And this was on, you can barely read it.
video to the advocacy group which brought the No Kids in Cuff bill to Austin last year, and to the senator who wrote it.
The school should have determined whether there was other alternatives other than putting a fifth grader, a 10-year-old in handcuffs. In this situation, she wasn't posing a danger to herself or anyone else at that point in time. And it appears as though, based on looking at the video, the justification was made up after the fact.
Sounds like assault of a public official.
Sounds like assault of a public official.
You do it?
Want to do it? I mean, if it'll help, charge her with assault. Yeah, it always helps a kid getting arrested and going to juvenile hall, don't you know? Of course it does. Charge her with assault. Yeah.
I mean, it will if it'll help.
What really perturbed me was a teacher was being pressured. The pressure that we saw came from the office.
Yeah. No. But they're willing to line up, man. They were lining up to the teacher pressed charges the next day.
It goes counter to their values, and it was very disappointing to see.
Both the Minaret Foundation and Senator Royce West say the purpose of their law was to prevent the short and long-term impacts this discipline has on a child. McKenna's family allowed us to ask her.
I'm worried because I don't want it to happen to anybody else. Younger than me, older than me. I know I was being like bad and I wasn't listening to the teachers, but I didn't think I was going to get arrested.
Wow. I mean, look at her face mannerisms. She's so young. She's being put on the news camera, and
But I didn't think I was going to get arrested.
I mean, look how young her face is. How could you ever put a child in torture cuffs that's innocent little baby? Yeah, she's an ornery kid. She has ADHD. Why would you put her in cuffs? It's crazy.
And I wasn't listening to the teachers.
Wow.
But I didn't think I was going to get arrested.
When we first began digging into these cases, our CBS data team learned that children with disabilities nationwide are arrested at 4 times the rate of non-disabled children.
See, this is the good liberal white woman you want fighting against torch cuffs. That's what you want.
And then in Texas, children with disabilities and minority children are arrested at higher rates than their white and non-disabled counterparts.
Of course, the blacks are targeted by the cops. It's been a fact since the beginning.
For this investigation, our data team dove back into all of those numbers we had been looking at, this time looking specifically at the school and the restraint data there. In Texas, in 2021, we found that about 4% of the students with disabilities at Cryer Intermediate were restrained. Statewide, less than 0.5% of all students with disabilities were restrained. And our data team, Doug, called that a stark difference.
You know, I've got a question for you, but candidly, first a thought. And my first thought is, if not but for the video, would we have ever even heard about this
Without the camera, we never know any of it.
thing? And the answer,
No.
maybe not, right? Probably. But regarding McKenna, before this was all over, for clarity, she actually faced not one but 2 assault on a public servant charges after everything we saw.
That's right. So one for what happened before the officers ever arrived, and we don't see that on video. And then the second for the incident you do see on video in the bathroom. I do have an update for you, though, here. This is the latest. On July 31st, during McKenna's intake hearing, the Lombardos say Montgomery County listened carefully to them and then dropped all of those charges.
All of those charges? All of those charges? I'd get her out of that school.
Doug, I also want us to look at the other side of this for a second, because I've covered a lot of these cases, and I've heard from many of you teachers out there who talk about how difficult and dangerous the classroom can be for them and for other students. I've heard from you. So to find out what more we may not have seen on this video, if there was anything we missed at all, I reached out to the Conroe ISD and to the police. I even asked Conroe ISD for its policies about arresting and restraining, which Senator West asked me to get for him. The school did not provide that. They would only send a statement saying it could not respond due to student privacy laws. And I still haven't heard from Conroe ISD police.
Of course,
you made the calls, you gave the opportunity to reach out and to hear the other side, and that's what we do. Ginger Allen, I-Team, thank you so much.
Disgusting. I mean, that was absolutely disgusting. The false allegations says plead the fifth. Just absolutely disgusting. And then plead the fifth said if this was my kid, that teacher would be paying through the nose for the false allegations. Yeah, the teacher should be sued. I mean, we all saw. We all saw. We all saw it. We saw that the teacher lied and said that she slammed my hand in the paper towel dispenser. It's an absolute and total lie. It's such a scam. We're living in a dystopian police state, prison state, death state. That's what we're living in. I got a free trifold to give away, but I haven't got an email. Let me check. Let me check my email again. Oh, you know what? I can check on. Oh, I got you. William. Got you. William B. Oh, I don't know if I can get it to Puerto Rico, William. I'm not sure if that works. I'm not sure if I can get it to Puerto Rico. I don't know if I have it. Sound off, everybody. Put in the comment section JBTP, Jack Booth, Thug Pig. Everybody put in the comment section age go. Good to see you, Brent. Thanks for coming. Call to duty auditor. Come and take it, pig ass system. I'm with you 100%. Jenna Weeks, Clown Patrol. Hopefully I got your address, Clown Patrol. I didn't see it in my email. Jennifer Hill, nice to see you. Texas 3, child abuse. If you arrest a child, they don't forget that. And I think you've raised drastically negative statistics on that child being arrested again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bear Wolf, BlackRock made a piece of money from that 10-year-old's arrest. Oh, yeah. So did Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan. Do you know 2 of the biggest investors in prisons and jails in America are Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan? I find it just to be pathetic. 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 I think it's just, there's a paid, funded team against us. Oh, yeah. Call to duty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just absolutely. Julie, thanks for coming. I appreciate you, Julie Holland. Good to see you. Clown. Daniel P. What's going on, Daniel? OTVO. OTVO. DOG, JBTP. You know, I think on X, on X, I have in my messages here, I do. Nova brand. I got your address, Nova. I'm taking a screenshot right now. You'll be able to hear it. There it is, Nova brand. Got you, bro. Got you. I'll be sending you off a trifold tomorrow. Charlie, I'll be sending you off a trifold tomorrow. Nova brand. No, I mean, I'll tell you what. Something happened for me this past week. Being able to control my diet for the first time since I've been out of the dungeon, it spun me back to who I am. It's so strange. It's like I can feel like I was sleeping. I feel like I was sleeping. Like I was not myself at all for the past 5 months. Like I just now got back to myself. Yeah, it's yeah. Charlie's back. Charlie's 100%. James, you're done with this channel? Why would you leave, James? We love you, buddy. Didn't I send you off a trifold the other day, James? Why would you go? What's going on, brother? What's going on, James? We love you, dude. Nothing but love for you, bro. I don't know why you. Oh, yeah. I'm not on YouTube, James Forbes. James, where are you going, dude? Why would you leave? We love you, dude. This is where you belong, Mr. Forbes. I wouldn't go anywhere. 2 months. Remove T-Rex. Oh, you want to be a moderator, James? Oh, that's right. We emailed back and forth, didn't we? Let me jump on. Let me see. Can you email me your? Let me see if I can do it while we're live, James. Let me see. James Forbes, everybody. There it is. James Forbes. James Forbes is here. There's a couple people. There you go. Right there. There it is right there. And then we got, there was a couple people who I had been talking to on email about adding them as mods. And so I'm doing that right now. I just have not, I mean, James, I'm just getting back to being who I am, bro. I feel really good that I got my head on straight again. You know, most of the cops are enemies. And I know that, it just took me, okay. So power inherent to the people. That's what you wanted me to do. You wanted me to see some of the skills you got going on. I mean, I got a couple minutes here. You're welcome, buddy. I love you guys, man. Yeah, don't leave, bro. I love you, dude. And actually, James Forbes and I have been talking on email for a little while, and he asked me to add him as a moderator, and I said I would, and I haven't done it yet. So he's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. Let me take a look. Power inherent to the people. You know what, Power? Instead of me just blindly searching around, why don't you email me a couple of your video links and let's take a look at them. Chevy, what's up, Playboy? Everybody say hello to Chevy. What's going on, Chevy? Chevy, man, I got my stride back, dude. Fuck. Excuse my language. It took me a second. I finally got my stride back, though. I think it's shedding this unhealthy weight that I was carrying just in the past week since Thanksgiving. Yeah, we're 9-10 days away from Thanksgiving. I have lost 15 pounds, and most of that's water. I haven't lost 15 pounds, but I did intermittent fasting. Oh, there you are, Northeast Colorado Cop Block. You were the other one I was trying to mod up as well. You were the other one, Northeast Colorado Cop Block. What's up, Playboy? There it is. Gotcha. Got you. What did it say? I'm coming out of my dungeon. I'm coming out. Chevy, what's up, Playboy? What is up, dude? So glad you're here. So do me a favor, power inherent to the people. Email me some of your video links so I can take a look at them, at least so that way I know what I'm looking at. I'm just looking through which channel are you on? Which channel are you on? Northeast Colorado Cop Block. I don't see you in there. Now Chevy's here. Freeman Keys, what is going on? This is the whole reason I created TeamDLZ.com. It's not just for access to me, which TeamDLZ.com, I interact with people on there all the time. And remember, there's like 100 people on there. So if I haven't got back to your email yet, I will. But on TeamDLZ.com, I put up a new video today, and it's for you. TeamDLZ.com is for you, so that you guys there's hundreds and hundreds of people who are just die hard, and that gives you guys a spot where you guys can connect with one another and start to DM each other back and forth and get to know each other, because the only time I'm live and I haven't been live very much as I'm finishing Constitutional Law Scholar. You'll see tomorrow we print the graphic for Constitutional Law Scholar. So yeah, Jim, I'm waiting for you to email me. Oh, you got the hoodie, DOG? You know what? I keep on saying I'm going to get more hoodies in, but I'm not. I've got large, extra large, and I have a double XL, triple XL, and small hoodies in. Trying to find Northeast Colorado Cop Block or Northeast Colorado Cop Block. There you are, Chevy. What is up, Playboy? All right, we'll do it on the next one, Colorado Cop Block. I can't find you. I'm trying to find you in the chat, and I cannot find you. Yeah, dude, the hoodies I have are the bomb. The bomb. Overtime on Full Moon Madness. Yeah, man. I know it. YouTube should have there's some things that are missing. Like, for example, on Twitter, when you go on Twitter and you do those speaking spaces, they should have it so you can comment back and forth with each other. But it says it's not there. It's really, really missing. It's really missing. On the road again. Chevy's finally here. Chevy. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. If I didn't say your name, let me know. I'll give you a shout out on the next one. You guys are always welcome to email me. JoinTMDLZ.com. It's like $6 a month. It supports what I'm doing, is what it does. And it allows you guys to connect to each other. And then if you want to get a hold of me, and only one person hit me up for a trifold on Team DLZ, and I never got your address, brother. I'm waiting for your address so that I can send you a trifold. So I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Mikey B, Bruce, Greg, I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.